Good morning and welcome back to the 2025 New Holland Canadian U-21 Curling Championship. Draw 9 coverage, men's Pool B action here in Summerside, Prince Edward Island. Darren McEwen alongside Sean Turriff here. And what a big game we have already this morning for you when you look at the playoff situation shaping up here, Sean, in Summerside. There's no tiebreakers, and these two teams coming in with impressive records. Saskatchewan team 1 at 3-1, and Alberta 1 at 2-2. So head-to-head will be important, Sean, and we're going to get that head-to-head this morning. Yeah,
the teams are really aware at this point in the week, early, late, I don't know, it's middle of the week, of their position and those head-to-heads, as you said, and of their last stone draw. Because there's no tiebreakers, that last stone draw total is really critical.
And to get us underway here without last rock is Alberta lead Lucas Sawiak out of the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton. As mentioned, this team comes in with a 2-2 record.
Top 8, top 4.
Line's good.
Top 8. Top 4.
Will's wrong. 5.
Wait only.
On its own. Nice shot.
So a draw to the top 4 foot. It was able to catch the Alberta draw, last stone draw. They went back 4 on both of theirs. And it looks like Saskatchewan grabbing hammer with better results, but this is the lead out of the Martinsville Curling Club. It is Gavin Martins, 18-year-old.
10-5.
Both teams had a really good last stone draw. I was here watching and timing and trying to get a sense of the ice. And Saskatchewan back button on their first, back 4 on their second. Alberta back 4 on both of theirs. So pretty dialed into the weight. It was a really close LSD and not a big total for either team.
Yeah, coming into this, Alberta 1 was ranked 6th in the LSD standings, and Saskatchewan's Dirksen was 4th before this draw started. Those, of course, matter when you have a unable to break the head-to-head ties to get into the playoffs. So we've seen that very important at the U-20s and now used at the Scotties and Brier, and of course at Worlds as well. So open-end start so far.
All right, you got it, buddy. Hurry, Ab, you got it.
Saskatchewan coming off of 3 consecutive wins before today, defeating all their games have been fairly close. They defeated Quebec 1 in their 9-8, Northern Ontario 9-6, and then Manitoba 9-4. And you see an open flash there from Saskatchewan, but started the event with a loss to Ontario 8-7, so they're 3-1.
Yeah, coincidentally, that loss was on this sheet in the opening draw. So
it looks like they were. Go ahead, Sean.
They're hoping to get a little bit of a revenge on the sheet, I think, here today.
I like it.
Line's good.
Yeah, they were throwing yellow rocks in their opener on this sheet, so a little different, but will be interesting to see how they perform today, because they have maybe a little bit of a little younger team than the Alberta team, but not by much. And the experience is deep on both these squads for nationals. So we see Alberta and William Butler sitting 2 now for the team from Edmonton.
Both teams starting the game a little cautiously. The flash was not what they wanted, obviously, but both teams are playing fairly wide open, and so it isn't as costly as it might be 6 or 7 ends from now.
Curl, street, curl.
This is Tyler Dirksen, the youngest player on the sheet today, 16-year-old. Tyler was actually just the alternate for Saskatchewan at the U-18 championships held in his home province at the New Tana there in Saskatoon.
Clean, hard, real hard. No roll.
William Butler will avoid the jam. Will he hang around? Not quite. So hit and roll out here for Alberta gives Saskatchewan a chance to bring the blank back into play.
Sorry, Will.
Sorry. Just a little close to center.
Sean, you're there at the arena this week. How have the draw times been hog to hog for this event?
So they've been pretty consistently around 14 and a half, maybe a little faster here and there. The back button shots were about 14.7, so it's been holding up pretty consistently through the week so far.
Medium.
In the opening draw, both teams struggled with draw weight a little bit on the feature sheet. And I chalk that up to not ice, because the ice been in here for a little while for the mixed doubles, more so the nerves and the just getting used to the surface.
That one just caught the Saskatchewan stone, so that was Ronan Peterson.
They threw a couple rocks in practice here.
They didn't throw one this way.
14 and a half. We can go.
Logan Sawicki, the 19-year-old.
Oh, sorry.
Room right now. Got room. Gavin.
We were close. Always Gavin.
Easy. Looks high.
Back 8.
Never. This is really sliding. This is through.
It's really sliding.
So a chance to get a feel for open draw. And you hear the players saying it's sliding pretty good.
Yeah, I got a 13.7 on that, so it all kind of lines up with how the ice is running. He just maybe gave that a little extra.
Nice 9.5. 8.5. Okay.
Ronan Peterson, the 19-year-old science student of the University of Alberta. This entire squad from the U of A, a storied curling program in our country, that's for sure.
10.
Here you go.
Okay, buddy.
Ted.
Clean.
Clean.
Clean. Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Yeah, in fact, with respect to that,
Hard. Clean.
the original coach for the Alberta team, Skip Wilson, was unable to make it sort of last minute. And so his replacement is actually Rob Krebs, who is the U of A coach and the U of A program director and a million things to do with U of A. So kind of the architect of the whole program out there.
Yeah, if you've seen the documentary film Curl Power, Rob's featured in that, and he has had a lot of influence on a lot of players coming out of Alberta, Brendan Botcher being one of them, and it's a great success for the Pandas. So we get our first look here at Zach Davies, the 20-year-old.
Medium. Clean.
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 Clean. Clean.
Whoa.
Medium. Medium.
Nice.
Beauty.
Nose hit for Davies.
10.
Yeah.
Hey, you got it.
Okay, fellas.
Okay,
There's
fella.
10.
Maker here.
Come on. You got it.
Both teams here are just happy to play it pretty much wide open, get an end under their belt.
Yep.
This is Saskatchewan's only game of the day. Actually, correction, they both have an evening game.
Yep.
You're 11. 11. Good throw.
Dylan Dirksen with the nose hit as well.
Just medium.
Okay, same speed.
Davies is a gold medalist at the U-18 2023
Hard.
championship.
Clean. 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 Hard.
So a lot of experience in big games. He also, this team competed at the Alberta Men's Provincials this year as a squad. Surely a good tune-up for this event as well.
Yeah, some of the other broadcasts, I know they talked about it during the Scotties broadcasts and the prior broadcasts, but the opportunities for players, younger players now, to compete at higher levels is so much more than it was, quote unquote, back in the day. With U18s, I mean, a U18 national is only, I think it's less than 10 years old, and it's such an expanded field that numerous teams from each province get to go. So great opportunity for them to get that experience early.
Can't overcook it at the start.
Dylan Dirksen, his final stone, appeal attempt for the blank, and they get it. So nothing on the board after the first end. We'll be back with Draw 9 coverage of the 2025 New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships here in Summerside.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
Whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that can produce food for the world.
From cash spiels to Grand Slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders, plus behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
Yeah. Speed's good. Here. Speed's great.
Easy. Fair tight.
Max right now.
Yeah. Mine's good.
3 top 12.
3.
Right now we're in.
It might stop.
It's really gotta stop.
Welcome back to Draw 9 coverage of the 2025 New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships as we watch
Yeah.
second end action after a blank in the first. This is Gavin Martins, the 18-year-old carpenter, lead for
Like you can.
Saskatchewan. Darren McEwen alongside Sean Turriff. Yeah, you were talking about just before the break there, but Sean, about the opportunities for curlers, youth curlers compared to what it was before. It's interesting to see. We have a squad here in Alberta that has deep experience, having Zach winning the U18 championships back in 2023, getting gold, and it was Saskatchewan last year that got silver, lost to Newfoundland in the U18 championships. But the year before that, they came into the U18s having a 1-5 record, and then the next year put together a run to get all the way to the gold medal game. And here they are with a 3-1 record at the U20s, and they have, I believe they each have at least one, if not more, years left on this team to compete at this event. So a lot of depth on the sheet this morning.
Yeah, and being able to come back to these events is a really big learning advantage, I think, because you know, back even 10-15 years ago, getting here was the thing. You get here and that you take your shot and that's it. But now, again, with U18s being introduced and multiple teams from each province being able to go,
still run crunchy
you
here.
at least get the experience on the really good surfaces and in the quote-unquote big show. And so, you know, you may not get it this year or next year, but it'll come in a couple of years. The experience is key, really key.
Clean.
Speaking of experience, William Butler here, the second from Alberta, was actually representative a few times for Newfoundland and Labrador, including at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Championship. He had to, I don't have this in front of me as a fact, but he had to be one of the youngest skips, I'm sure, to compete at that event, and probably the only player in this field that's competed at the Canadian Mixed Championship as a skip as well. So a wealth of experience for the youngster, 20-year-old from originally from Newfoundland. Tyler Dirksen, grade 11 student at Hague High School.
Yep. Whoa. Curl. Okay. Roll it. There's 10.
Look at the hit and roll.
Yep.
I think they were trying to roll under there,
Can I
but
see
I
a
don't
pitch
think
more
there
for
was
this
a
rock?
ton of room
Thank
to
you.
get underneath it.
Okay, same weight here. Yeah.
William's a kinesiology student at the U of A.
Clean. Video. Clean. Hard. Video. Hard. Clean. Shot. Shot.
11.
Okay, buddy. Weight's good.
Tyler being asked for the hit and roll behind the short corner guard.
Curl.
Doesn't like it out of his hand, I don't think.
I think he has a little more weight than they intended.
Okay.
Just a touch
He'll
more weight.
hit and roll. Yeah, just roll out.
They're calling it for an 11. I got about a 10-4 on that. Yeah, a half-second difference, but enough to hold it straight. These surfaces, or the surface here, at least the arena, is top of the line. This is some of the best ice these kids are going to ever get to play on. So it's punishing and rewarding at the same time. It's punishing if you don't throw up a very precise weight and very clean, positive releases. But it's also very rewarding because you can do things on ice like this that you can't do home in your club. You can come around stuff and you can take stuff out that looks like it might be buried. It elevates the game completely, being able to play on this kind of surface.
And like most events, most teams, it's going to take a couple days to figure out all the paths, all the stones, all the different sheets out here. As we mentioned, Alberta coming in with a 2-2 record. They've had more lopsided games for them. They came off a win yesterday, 6-3 over BC, but lost to PEI 12-5 before that. And then picked up a 7-1 win over Northern Ontario, and then opened the event with a 7-3 loss to Nova Scotia. So an up and down week so far for them. They're just trying to find their groove. And when you're looking at the rosters, the experience coming into this event, I think this team would probably, from Alberta, be one that you would have circled as a contender for the event. So I think they're still probably trying to find their groove.
That's pretty standard here at this event. We see it often where early teams will be trying to figure out ice and rocks, as you said. And sometime around now or tomorrow, they kind of click or they don't click. And there's a bit of a turning point, and they, that's when the teams start to separate out.
Whoa.
Logan Sawicki is a paramedic student at Saskatchewan Polytechnic.
Hard.
Both teams still playing.
Just a second.
Yeah, I do too. Medium. Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Both teams still playing pretty wide open. Nobody really taking much of a chance. Saskatchewan was trying to kind of roll in behind that guard, get something going, but they weren't really willing to risk too much.
This one should go off center a
So
little bit
it's
here,
a pretty wide open end again.
Yeah. We're definitely
There's
gonna
that
ride
one
off
yellow
that
one hanging around at the back there. Just nibbling, so that might come into play
All
here.
right, bud.
Should be enough ice.
Like you can. Good 9-5.
Zach is an education student at University of Alberta. We have mentioned the experience at Nationals, but I believe he's the only player on the ice that has experience wearing the Maple Leaf representing Canada. He played second for Canada at the 2024 World Juniors. And that's a huge experience, and he'll hit and roll out. Huge experience to get, there's a lot of pressure when you put on the Maple Leaf, but there's a lot of learning and a lot of pride as well. And I'm sure he took a lot away from that and brings a wealth of it back to his team here. And they've had a really good season this year. I was looking before the game to see what they've been doing, and they're actually ranked 93rd in the world. So you'll see some teams that are at the Men's World Championships that have a lower rating than them coming in. So they've done well. They picked up a win against some great teams at the season early on. They beat Aaron Sluchinski in an event. They went 2-3 at Alberta Men's Provincials. So they've been improving throughout the season, but I believe they maybe haven't been together as long as the Saskatchewan team, but they've proven themselves already with some great results.
Line's good.
Saskatchewan here taking a little bit of a risk. It's a if there is such a thing, it's a safe risk. He's trying to come around the guard and maybe get a skip's deuce here. If he can hide one around the guard and get a miss out of Alberta, or just put it in a place where they can't take it out, maybe they can get their second one in.
Oh boy.
Say it's a minor risk because of the yellow one at the back. If they ever do nose this and leave it, then it's going to be a forced situation.
I got a 5-3.
So it looks like he got it nicely buried there. Dylan did on his stone. Yeah, over buried almost. He took a big spin at the end as well. But it does give Alberta the chance to perhaps force by following Dylan's rock down.
I got like a 5-2 and it went back. I got a 5-3.
Yeah, I think they really wanted that a little higher, ideally probably in front of the tee line.
Yeah, mid to low is really, really good, Zach.
You got it.
Like you can, bud. You got it here.
Put a clock on this one and see what kind of draw weight we're getting.
Line's good. Weight's good. Team. Back 4, back 8. Line's good. Back 8, back 12. Line's good. Back 12.
Butler and Salwiak on the sweep here, calling back 8, back 12 now.
Through. Back 1. You're good.
Curl up.
Good.
It's a good piece of it. So Alberta is sitting 2 at the back of the house. And it looks like Saskatchewan's just going to opt for the force here.
You got it.
Yeah,
Did you ever take on the double?
Yeah, I was just going to say it looks really juicy from the overhead, but sitting in behind the sheet, you really can't get get to the high side or the low side or this side of the rock as much as it looks like on the screen. Sitting behind the sheet, these are almost edge on edge, and you really need to be hitting this fairly thin across here to knock it out, to knock both of them out. And the risk there is you give up a steal for not to do that, I think.
See you, boys.
Yeah, make you look really silly if you could be very close and give up 2 by missing it by a hair. So Dylan Dirksen will opt for needing 8 foot.
This looks pretty good coming over the line.
All right, guys. Come on. 100.
Your brother Tyler with the sweep, and they will be top 4. So it's a 1-0 game for Saskatchewan after 2 ends. We'll be back with the third end of the New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
Whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that can produce food for the world.
Today we learned to put one foot in front of the other. That with a little hard work, great things will happen. We can go for gold, but what matters most is having fun. We learn from some of the best, improving our skills, building confidence, and making friends that feel like family. We are proud to be the future of curling.
Saskatchewan with a 1-0 lead after a force in the second end.
Over there. All there, all there, all there.
So you see Gavin Martins delivering his first stone. The sweeper saying it's a little hot to start with. Talked last end about the experience in Alberta at the men's tankard. Well, Saskatchewan went 4-4 in the Saskatchewan men's tankard. They actually picked up some big wins there as well. They beat Steve Laycock's team, which is a familiar name to a lot of curling fans, but they also beat the eventual Saskatchewan winner in Ryland Kleider in the final round-robin game. And I believe that knocked Ryland into the page 3-4 game. So this team is knocking at the door now of U20s and is already there at the men's championship, making some noise in their home province.
Faster, Broom. We're to your feet at best. We're in. Yeah. Wow, that fast. Sit. Yeah, we're in. Okay.
Lucas is still just slipping into the rings.
This side.
Hey, Gav, you're all... Eleven and a half.
Yep.
11.
Whoa. Clean. Yep.
Yes.
Hard. You gotta go.
Really, 11 and a half.
Really hard. Hard.
Hard.
Hard. You got it.
Really hard.
Good.
So Wiki leaning on that to stick. They'll get a nose hit. 2 even stones there for Saskatchewan.
Good hit roll. Yeah. 9-5. You got nice 9-5.
Queen.
Hard.
Yeah, Alberta wanted to get something going. They were trying to throw that guard up,
Clean.
try and get some rocks in play. Slipping in
Clean. Close.
relegates them to try and manage what's going on in the house now instead. Nice little double there.
11. Hey, buddy, just nose.
Yeah.
Tyler Dirksen, the younger brother of Dylan.
Yep. It's good. Yep.
Going to be advantages and disadvantages, I'm sure, to curling with a sibling. I think probably more advantages. I never had a chance to do it, but I think you would probably feel a little bit more comfortable being a little bit more maybe honest or blunt sometimes with a sibling when you play with them.
Yeah, I've never. I have a brother who never curled, but I've coached enough siblings to see both sides of it. Let's put it that way. I've been fortunate enough to work with the Horgan brothers, and there's a partnership there that's for me a bit of a gold standard. I mean, these two guys work together very well. They know each other well. They respect each other, and they don't. There's the danger that you know the siblings are going to kind of huddle up and be a unit within the team. Again, though, that's not something that the Horgan brothers are doing at Tanner and Jake, and that's best case scenario. If you know, lean on your brother, lean on your sibling, but at the same time, make sure you're a part of a 4-person team.
7-6. Yeah. Firm.
Firm.
So Alberta putting up the corner guard here. Saskatchewan opting to peel it right away.
Yep. Little soft.
Hard.
No, hard. Fine. Whoa. Fine. Whoa. Whoa. Girl.
Roll it.
Roll it. Big roll. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I heard both players be a little bit confused by the line halfway down.
7-6 on the guard.
Yeah, they sounded almost disappointed by that, and I think that's pretty much the perfect shot right there. They just wanted to clear that out and not leave a guard on the other side, but it looked pretty good to me. So
you're out right now. You're out. Tight. Let it work. Half tight. You're fine. Tight.
Got room.
Tight. I'm just unlikely.
Ronan's rock.
Line's fine. Yep. Line's fine. Whoa.
Line's good.
New Holland. Low pass.
Alberta with hammer here, not too concerned about that red rock in the rings. They know it's wide open. They can address it at any time.
I like the hidden roll.
Still trying to.
I think you can roll it in. Yeah.
Still trying to generate a little offense.
But I still like firm. Yeah. I don't want to stick here.
Don't want to stick it. That's the big thing, right?
No. Make sure we roll.
Yeah.
So a little deeper, and Logan has a chance to hit and roll out on this one.
Curl.
There's also a catcher over on the other side. Will that come into play?
Hit it.
Yeah, they
right
talked
through the uprights.
They talked about hitting and rolling on. It seems like that's what they were trying to do. I think that was a lot of weight for that shot, though. If they wanted to roll that shooter on, the weight selection, maybe they pull the weight down a little bit, and they can still. It's a little easier to manage that roll into the rings.
Ronan originally from Manitoba. He skipped at the 2023 Canadian U-18 Championships. Went 3-3 there. He was also the alternate for Manitoba back at the 2022 event. He went 1-7 in that one.
6-9.
Hit and roll. Try and sit. A 3.
Similar spot.
Try to
A little further over on his corner guard.
Same weight, Dylan? Yeah.
Weight's good.
Yep. Whoa. Curl. Sit. Roll it.
Again, calling the hit and roll there, but they threw about an 8-second peel at that, and really hard to manage that roll with that much weight.
And now they've set up almost staggered corner guards that Alberta might be able to hit and roll behind Sean. It's a tricky little shot, but it is there.
Yeah, and this is kind of the safe shot too, right? You get rid of that red. Worst case, you get rid of the Saskatchewan stone, and you're still safe. But you may be able to generate some offense if you get a good roll.
Really leaning on this, Will Butler is.
Wow. Even like bump. Yeah.
11-3.
Maybe a little less weight than they called.
Yeah, Alberta doing the flipping the coin there. That's the other side of the coin. They a little less weight than they needed.
Roll a hair. Roll, yeah. You can roll here.
But again, that was a safe call. Now it's out in the open. There's no risk of,
roll a hair
well,
that way.
there's a smaller risk, I guess, of Saskatchewan hitting and rolling in behind that stagger themselves.
Yeah, roll a hair out.
It's 11?
In fact, it's so far they won't try it. If they ever rolled halfway over, it just makes it easier for Alberta to roll under the stagger.
That's it, man. We've all tried that same thing.
I know.
It's 11.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Let's make her.
Dylan Dirksen in his first stone of the third end. Up one without hammer. Tyler Dirksen trying to make this curl.
Looks like he's got a piece
Does he
of
have
it.
any of it, Sean?
Yeah, I think he's got a little tiny piece. Tiny, big enough that he got it. We talked earlier a little bit about the ice conditions and how consistent they are and how much the curl there is. The ice is nothing about the rocks, and the rocks we've got here are top of the line rocks too. And what I mean by that is they're pretty consistent across the set, but they're also very sharp. And I don't mean sharp on the running surface, but I mean sharp on the impact surface. So
5-5 for his
he got away with.
Didn't touch, and we slipped into top 12.
He got away with less weight on that, being able to get it out because the rocks were so lively.
You think that's good?
You wouldn't have been able to make that shot. Oh, I'm sorry. You wouldn't have been able to have gotten that result at your club with your club rocks. You would have needed to have hit more of that rock in the house.
Yeah, there's definitely some shots at Scotties and Briars that you see happen that not taking anything away from the quality of those players, but you couldn't necessarily recreate some of the action you get at your home club, and that would be one of them as well. Yeah.
And again, it's part of that punishing but rewarding thing. You can throw a quiet come around shot, get a quarter of a rock, and still push it through most of the rings with these kinds of rocks and this kind of ice. But at your club, you simply just can't do that. So you've got to be pretty precise, and it's what we want to see. So all good.
Why the heck are we drawing?
10.
So they got the guy's got that gist
like,
to
even
the
if I wick that,
biting.
then at least we still for sure kill it.
Gavin's like draw.
All right.
Okay, 11.
10.
You got it.
Go 10. Make sure we kill it. That
Just
way,
gotta
if
make
I
sure we
even
kill
like
it.
wick the other one, we still kill it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, buddy. Here we go. Let's make her.
Soft, we're 11. 11.
Dylan Dirksen with his
11.
final stone. Alberta having last rock in this end. So
Hard curl.
they need a piece of it. Don't want to wick off that. Oh boy.
What are we doing? What the fuck?
And you heard, I think it was Tyler Dirksen, a little frustration there.
Yeah.
Asking what they're doing.
Or is it? We're in.
I think it was maybe just a little outside, Sean.
Yeah, it was definitely outside. He threw 11. I put a clock on it.
Yeah.
He said 11.
You're 5'6"
And threw 11.
and a half,
Oh
like
no,
that's
he
fine
said
to get
10.
to top
So he threw 11, which actually should have allowed it to
Yeah. So same to
curl a little
2
bit
feet
more. But it was just pure line.
Yeah, I agree. I'll keep my head up.
So a good feeling for Zach Davies. He just needs paint to score his 2. Came up a little short on his last one. Did achieve rings, but we'll get a free shot here at the draw. These are 10 end games, so lots of time for both teams to
Back four. Back four. Coming
execute their game plan. Back 4 is the wake call right now for the 2 sweepers.
Should be good. Back four. Back four. 4-5. You're good. Fine. T.
14-8 on the hog to hog. That should be perfect.
So, deuce for Alberta. They're up 2-1 after 3 ends here at the U-20 Curling Championships in Summerside. We'll be back after the break.
Hey, Canada, come on in to Montana's. When it's game night, there's no better place to cheer on the pros or celebrate your own wins or forget your sporting woes. Because when you're craving in-house smoked, fall-off-the-bone ribs, head to Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Every venue strives to create the ultimate fan experience, one that leaves audiences cheering for more. DDG and LG Display are here to help you make that vision a reality. LG delivers unsurpassed imaging with its world-class technology and exceptional support. With versatile multi-sport display systems and proven revenue-generating opportunities, DDG ensures to deliver the best seat in the house. Contact DDG today, always delivering the best fan experience.
I like the guard.
Alberta jumps ahead with 2 points after a miss there from Saskatchewan. Skip Dylan Dirksen on his last. So it's a 2-1 game. Darren McEwen alongside Sean Turriff here. This is men's Pool B draw 9 action here from Summerside in the New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships.
Well, top 8.
Yeah, just a bit of an unforced error there. Not really a wide open hit, and it sounded like Dylan, even in the hack, he sounded a little apprehensive about it. I think he thought his rock was going to over curl, if anything, because he did talk about, even if you chip the red one, we still want to throw enough weight to get the yellow one out.
Okay, good medium here.
And I think he underthrew a little bit and tossed it a little wide and just chapped it in behind the stagger.
Gavin Martinstone coming into the rings as well. They were looking for a corner guard on that, so a chance for Alberta to play a bit defensive here and remove the stone. Hit, roll right over to Shot Rock. Another chance here for Gavin though. Several other games in action this morning. In men's play on Pool B, it's Ontario trailing Quebec 1-0 after 2 ends. Of course, our feature here, 2-1 Alberta leads Saskatchewan. And Nova Scotia is off to a 4-0 start on host Prince Edward Island. And in the other men's Pool B game, it's BC 2. They are up 2-1 on Manitoba 2.
Good.
Gavin with the corner guard this time. Of course, we're playing 5 rock, no tick rule.
Okay, good 6-5.
Good adjustment there on the draw weight for the corner guard. Ice is pretty quick. I got a 16-second hog to hog on that one.
I like it. I liked it too. I thought close.
Line's good. Tight. Top 12.
Running.
Line's good. Tight. Tight top 12.
Running.
Tight. Line's good.
Tight. Just out. Top 12.
Just out.
Top 12.
We got room.
Just let her sit.
Honestly. Yeah, top 12. Okay. That's okay.
That's fine.
Good judge by the sweepers. They were calling tight to top 12 the whole way. Has finished almost top 8, but speeding up a little bit, I'm sure, in the first end.
Okay, 9 here.
buddy. Here we go.
They wanted it just a little bit higher to prevent exactly what Dylan's doing here. Hitting and rolling in behind the cupboard. If it's a little higher, that option isn't there. They're not so concerned about guarding the rocks in the house as they are about making it difficult for Dylan to get a rock into a good position.
Interesting there, the sweepers saying they couldn't hear the line call on that. I know from past U-20 championships, it's one of the louder events, and maybe not a big crowd in the arena this morning, but it's always a loud, boisterous crowd with fans there, so it's something they'll have to get used to.
Yeah, and that's part of the experience. It's part of that getting used to the big show kind of thing.
Nice 8-5 here. Yeah.
You're right. It's not a huge crowd, mind you. It's early in the morning, but there you go. You can hear them, and that's actually an Ontario group there. On the other side, it's there's quite a few folks on the other side. So then they've all brought noisemakers and such. So it's got the potential to be loud in here.
Clean. Go. Good shot. Nice shot.
Yeah.
Nice hit and roll off the guard for Alberta.
Get that as far as we can. Even if you just do that, it's not bad.
Even if you just push it out of cover, that's pretty good too.
Yeah, the ends. This is an interesting end now. Saskatchewan must be careful here where they end up with their shooter.
Wait's good.
Whoa.
Close.
Curl.
Close.
Curl. Whoa. Straight.
Whoa.
That's a pretty good spot.
Real good shot. With a great shot. You hear the Saskatchewan fans react to that.
Okay.
Perfect.
It's sweet.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa.
Solid firm.
Clean. Hard. Clean.
Go. Whoa. Yep.
Hit, roll right over. Where's this going to stop?
It's a pretty good shot.
Freeze, yeah.
Back-to-back beauties here from these teams.
Yeah, there was no opportunity for them to roll in front of the tee line, but rolling buried is great.
Speed's good.
Great for Alberta.
We're there right now.
Top four.
Back four.
Line's real good. Top four, boys. All you. Line's good. All you.
Logan Sawicki Stone will slide just to the back 4 foot.
I think it is too.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot. Alberta really can't remove that without jamming onto their own.
3/4 high.
Yeah.
I like it. We're in a minus.
Yeah, may as well try it.
Yeah, I like it.
I think you try to roll your shooter here.
Okay. That was firm on the last? 9-1.
I heard one of the players say we're in a minus. Sean, can you explain that?
Yeah, I'm not sure I can. I think
I'm not either.
from a scoreboard point of view, they're in an advantage position. I think maybe what he's thinking is, what a real good shot!
Oh, wow, what a shot!
Not in a minus anymore.
Well, they're in a plus now.
Yeah.
Wow.
No matter where we went there. Okay, you got it. Throw his hair less.
Saskatchewan remaining positive, though. You hear Tyler say no matter where we were, that was going to probably be an option. So.
All there. Through.
Need something to stick.
Curl.
This one's a little spicy.
Back low.
Really hot.
Hard.
Looks like he's going to catch a piece of the back one, though. Good piece of it. Still flops open, so that's not ideal.
Yeah. Medium.
Yeah. Nose roll away. Okay. This looks good. You got it. Even just a nose.
Zach calling to hit and roll away here. Doesn't want to set up too big of a pocket at the back for Saskatchewan to generate their two that way.
Yeah. Okay. Good 9-5, bud.
You got it.
Like you've been throwing. You got it.
They can get away with rolling away towards the right as you see it now. They certainly do not want to roll towards the center line.
Whoa, medium. Just medium.
Zach Davies, the left-hander.
Whoa, clean. Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Clean. Yep.
A lot of great left-handed curlers out of Alberta, the Edmonton area. Val Sweeting, Mark Kennedy.
And the other option is that, but then they just draw. So I think the draws were shot.
And Zach Davies already Canadian champion himself.
Same way you threw two ends goes perfect. You got it.
16? You like that?
It's not 16.
It's not 16.
It's low 15s.
It's, yeah.
Same weight as I threw two ends ago.
Yeah, you got it.
Couple reminders there from the players. He's thrown this shot before in the second end.
Even T, try and fully bury it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Bigger ad.
Dylan Dirksen, his first stone, trying to generate a skip deuce to respond.
Mine's getting good.
They want to put this in a spot. They don't necessarily want to freeze, but they want to put it in a spot where there's a good likelihood that Alberta will jam it.
Mine's real good. Hard, boys. Hard. Hard.
Dirksen and Martin's taking it right to the top of the New Holland button. Really nicely buried.
Yeah, I think that's about as good as he could do. Either buries it or leaves a corner out or something. Certainly the run is here, but even the run risks maybe a jam at the back. So that was a really good shot.
I like peel here. You don't have to throw plus. It's too much of a guess. Okay. True. It should hold out here.
Don't stop it.
All right. Just peel.
Peel, hit it high side.
Yeah.
Maybe not the last thing you want your skip to hear before he's throwing this shot, but okay.
Like you can, bud.
It's a 5.5 foot run back here. Got to navigate the port at the back as well.
You can afford to lose that one at the very, very back, right in behind those two stones. So I imagine he'll be throwing enough weight to make that happen if they come in contact.
Zach Davies with his final stone. Well played end from both teams. At the run, and he does. Nice shot, and actually saves the other stone in the corner, which probably won't matter because the double probably would have resulted in the force anyways, but puts a little maybe more pressure on Saskatchewan for their final stone to hit the 4 foot for a single.
Here we go.
Same throw.
Make it here.
So played this shot a couple times already. Dylan Dirksen needs better than full 8 for the single, facing 3 Alberta counters on his final stone of this fourth end.
Felt really close.
Tyler saying it's about the same or maybe a little less.
Mine's real good.
Slightly different path. Just a gentle clean into the house, and Saskatchewan responds with a single. So we are tied 2-2 after 4 ends of play here. We'll be back with the New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships from Summerside.
This is a message from the Paysans, from the Ho family, from Sophie and Philippe, the Kurzaks, the Bushers, and the Flanagans. This is a message from over 1,000 family-owned home hardware stores, serving communities across Canada for over 60 years. Whatever your project is, we're here for you to help you build your dreams and build a brighter future together for the place we all call home. We're proud to be locally owned and genuinely Canadian.
Days Inn makes every winning moment even more epic. Staying nearby gets you close to what matters most, right from let's go to OMG whoa. No matter why you're traveling, we have what you need to make every day even sweeter. Because when you stay closer, like me,
And me.
it makes every day brighter. Seize the days at over 1,500 locations. Days Inn, a trusted brand by Wyndham.
Welcome back to the 5th end of the Draw 9 Men's Pool B New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships. I'm Darren McEwen. I'm joined by Sean Turriff. Summerside, Prince Edward Island is our host for this week's event, and they have hosted a few other events already or in progress. They had the Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship just wrapped up, with the Lots winning that, and then before that, I see actually a no-tick violation there, so that'll go back to the center line. Before that, it was the U21 World Qualifier, won by Dominic Vivier and Nicholas Codner.
Yeah, I know. Top 4.
Okay. You got it almost same. Like, we can get that there, but throw
So because that stone was on the center line, it could not be removed from the center line, and it was, so we'll go back to where it was.
Line's good.
Had this happen a couple of times over the week. It's always an accident. but the skip, the non-offending skip, does have the option to leave it if it's a more advantageous situation for them. It's a little bit like declining the penalty in football. In this case, however, Saskatchewan pretty happy to put that back.
Okay, I'll give you guys a low 5. Yeah, low 5.
So this is the 5th end, and a little bit of a different rule if you haven't been watching either U18s or U20 action in the last few years. There is the coach interactions. We haven't seen one here yet in this game, but teams are entitled to 2 in the first half and 2 in the second half, 1 in the extra end. So that will reset after this end. And the time keeps running, so it's not necessarily a timeout from the time perspective, but it's a great chance for these athletes to communicate with their coaches, get some input. I know I called a few U18 games last year, and was quite impressed. Some of my first times watching the U18s, quite impressed by when they use those and in the scenarios they use them, and they managed the time. Still, with the time ticking away, they still manage them very well.
Yeah, I'm a huge...
I think they're a great addition, Sean.
I'm a huge fan. And part of my role, well, my role here this week really is as a resource or mentor coach for the coaches in general. And every night we do have a coaches lounge where the coaches can sit and talk, and in talking to them over the week and over the last couple of years, pretty much universally the coaches are really loving the interactions. U18 and U20, they still really are development levels, and the more interaction a coach can have in the moment, just the better it is. Talking to the coaches, it makes a huge difference, being able to untie a knot, if you will, more often than not. One of the early complaints was, oh, the coach will start calling the game. But with only 2 in the first half and 2 in the second half, the coach isn't calling a game at all. It really just, like I said, untying knots that the teams are getting into. The other advantage of the interaction rules is that the coach sits at the rock end. So you'll notice the coaches are going up and down, back and forth. And what that means is that the coaches are allowed to talk to their teams between ends. Briefly. It's not meant to hold the game up, but that really impacts learning that can happen during the game. A really great innovation.
So we see Alberta now sitting 2. They are behind T-line. Yeah, I think the U18, especially those between ends, I found to be very advantageous to both teams to be able to, especially you're younger, you might be in a lopsided game, you get to hear from someone familiar, sometimes it's a parent even, to reassure you, some quick advice, something they may have picked up from the game. And I think back to your original point, as I remember when I was curling junior a long time ago, but the stress on when to call the timeout was just as you didn't want to waste it, right. And so that was such as a skip, you were just thinking like, do I want to call this timeout, do I not want to do it, and you have more options now with this rule. Is it a rule that has been implemented at Worlds yet for U20s, Sean? Do you know?
Oh goodness, no. that's a whole tangle there. Yeah, it started, it had been floating around in Canada for a while, but Saskatchewan really should get the credit because they were the first ones to implement it at their youth provincials. And then pretty quickly, Curling Canada adopted it. And the whole intention being, we get them prepared. Now, it's unfortunate that they have to now go to Worlds with a different set of rules, but for the bulk majority of the teams out here, there's 18 men's teams out here. Only one of them is going to the Worlds. The rest of them are here to develop and to get better and sort of have that in place for those teams. It's well worth it. The World Curling Federation is, I don't want to disparage them because they do great things. They just, they've got one timeout, period. And it's a little restrictive. But that's the route they've chosen to go. So we're kind of going in the opposite direction.
And both these teams very experienced at both the U18 and the U20 championships already. Haven't called any yet, but you see some shot making so far. And Saskatchewan will cover the New Holland logo on the button to sit 1. They are 3rd and 4th shot as well, but Alberta has hammer.
Am I throwing my in?
Alberta not loving the center guard. I think they're trying to just open it up so they can get that second, so they can get shot.
Hard. Clean.
It's good to have a coach, but also you have Ronan Peterson, who is a former skip at a U18 himself. So this team has a lot of strategy help, and Ronan makes a nice peel on the guards there to open things up a bit for his team from Edmonton.
Yeah, that's a really nice shot. Got rid of that top red one, cleared the center guard, rolled into a corner guard position. He got a triple crown of good result there.
Line's good. 3.
Wait's okay, wait's good.
3.
Wait's fine.
Always. Oh, line's good. 3.
Or 1.
Hard, boys. Hard, guys. Hard. Yes. Hard.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay.
So a long guard that doesn't quite cover that one on the center line. Now this is one of the aspects of the ice conditions and the rocks that will be different than club play. That guard is so high that it really doesn't function as a guard. If that yellow rock wasn't in the back 4, then Alberta would probably be able to take that rock off the button with either turn. even though it's overburied on the out-turn side. And that's just not something you normally see at a club. Now in this case, obviously, they want to use the in-turn so they can get the roll under the nice guard that was just rolled to. But they could, in theory, come the other way if they wanted to. That's a peach of a shot.
Both those guards. Great shot.
Really nice. Good work too by the sweepers to communicate the weight so that the skip knew when to come on, when to call them on, when to call them off. Oh, really well done.
Just by the top one.
Not if I hit it right.
And to miss that one in the back four
as well.
Yeah, that was just as impressive as navigating the fort.
So Saskatchewan will have to play the other turn through the port now, given the roll that Ronan was able to get.
Firm.
It's not like
just firm, or
yeah.
Okay. Should
you got it.
Does it jam?
No.
Okay.
Here you go. You got it. Make it.
Okay, buddy. Let's make her here. Okay.
Here you go.
This firm. Definitely not a big hole with this turn, but definitely
Dylan throwing firm weight here. You heard him say it's not a big hole with the turn. The stagger is kind of against you from a optical end of things.
Yeah, he's going to need this to curl a little bit based on where his berm is. Maybe he might have misjudged how much that was going to curl with that weight, because the broom placement was almost behind that center guard.
It's still a low five.
Yeah. I don't hate it top though. I definitely not.
A great opportunity here for Alberta in this end.
Yeah.
They have Hammer sitting 2.
What? Yeah, it isn't a lot of ice.
It's Christmas came early, boys.
Okay, just biting top 8?
Yeah.
Seems like a shade min.
I believe that might be in reference to the Christmas tree.
Yeah, it might be.
I don't mind it.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
Do you like it? Like a...
Yeah, I don't mind it more. Yeah.
Like a mid to high 5. Yeah. Or mid to low 5, I think.
I think a mid 5.
Like this is gonna curl a whole bunch. That's why.
Mid to low.
Yeah.
That's good. Roll on it. Hard. Tight. Top top 12. Tight. Gotta go away.
Sweepers calling tight to top 12 for the weight. This one's going as well.
Hard, boys.
Will they be able to drag it to the paint? They're by the guard, and they will.
I knew we were never enough ice.
Yeah, we'll say never enough ice there.
Not enough ice.
Curl came around pretty much, I think it's almost open on the other side. Well, 3/4 almost.
just dive in. Not if I hit it right.
Yeah, I think the weight was fine. Just needed to put the broom in a different spot.
If I hit it like dead nose, then it does, but
it's not the end of the world though for Alberta. This is not an easy shot.
But then they're always sitting 2. They're always have 2 in the ring.
Maybe.
I think we gotta just make this double and firm again.
Dylan also has to navigate the red stone that's biting the house over there. Make sure that he doesn't jam on that and give a chance for a big end for Saskatchewan here.
Yeah, like I think what he's trying to do is double these off. The issue is that those 2 stones, this stone and this stone, are almost edge on edge, and he needs it to curl to the nose of that shot or of that rock in the forefoot, and it's edge on edge. And if he's throwing firm, it might not curl there. Gotta be pretty careful.
A big shot here for the team from Martinsville. Doesn't want to give up a big end. What's he got? Oh, misses the back one, so it will be a free draw to the 12-foot for 3 points for Alberta to break things open a little bit here in the 5th end before they go to the break.
I think he's giving us 2 feet more.
Yeah, that was the danger. They're looking for it to curl a little more than it's going to with that weight. I think his line was okay out of his hand. He just the broom placement and the weight choice weren't really there.
This should be a little on the fresh side, right?
Yeah. You're aiming for a still flat to low.
Good.
Low 5 works best, I think.
Low 5 works best. Just 2 feet more than your last stud, you're great. Let's make this here.
So this rock will be a little further out, more of a natural draw to the pin than the last one that Zach threw, but a great opportunity to get another point on the board, or third point on the board, with a draw fairly open to the house.
Running.
Back foot coming off.
Starting to curl.
Sweepers like it.
Back forward.
Yeah, it looks fine
Back
from
forward,
here.
we're good. Tee back. Nice shot.
And so Zach Davies will capitalize and grab 3, and then we'll go to the break. And Alberta has a 5-2 lead on Saskatchewan. Come back for the second half of the New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships from Summerside, Prince Edward Island.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
Whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that can produce food for the world.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
This is a message from the Peasants, from the Ho family, from Sophie and Philippe, the Kurzaks, the Bushers, and the Flanagans. This is a message from over 1,000 family-owned home hardware stores, serving communities across Canada for over 60 years. Whatever your project is, we're here for you to help you build your dreams and build a brighter future together for the place we all call home. We're proud to be locally owned and genuinely Canadian.
Today we learned to put one foot in front of the other. That with a little hard work, great things will happen. We can go for gold, but what matters most is having fun. We learn from some of the best, improving our skills, building confidence, and making friends that feel like family. We are proud to be the future of curling.
Hey, Canada, come on in to Montana's. When it's game night, there's no better place to cheer on the pros or celebrate your own wins or forget your sporting woes. Because when you're craving in-house smoked, fall-off-the-bone ribs, head to Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Days Inn makes every winning moment even more epic. Staying nearby gets you close to what matters most, right from let's go to OMG whoa. No matter why you're traveling, we have what you need to make every day even sweeter. Because when you stay closer, like me,
And me.
it makes every day brighter. Seize the days at over 1,500 locations. Days Inn, a trusted brand by Wyndham.
Welcome back to the second half of this Draw 9 match between Alberta and Saskatchewan. I'm Darren McEwen. I'm joined by Sean Turriff here at the New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships. And Sean, it's a 5-2 lead for Alberta, but I'm going to ask you to put on your coach's hat here at the break. What would you be telling this team from Alberta as a coach?
Well, I think for Alberta, it's just patience. They've seen that they can get a break or two out of Saskatchewan. So patience and keep it relatively simple. Don't take a lot of risks, but feel free to push a little bit if you can. I think Alberta doesn't really need to take a lot of chances here. They just really need to stay steady and wait for the opportunities.
Managing the scoreboard will be key as they have the upper hand right now. And what about Saskatchewan? They're trailing by 3, but still lots of game to go.
Yeah, and I think Saskatchewan they just need to be a touch sharper, and I think they need to start getting rocks into a better position to generate a little bit of offense. This is a good example. That they really needed that guard. Putting that in the house almost wipes out the end for them, and any hope of getting a pair. I think if I was the coach in the break, I'd be saying, look, we just have to. Yeah, we will now have to take a few more chances, and let's just be a little sharper on our rock placement.
Talked off the top how important this game is for the standings, for the head-to-head. Saskatchewan with a 3-1 record, Alberta with a 2-2 record. So if it were to end right now, they would have even records, but Alberta would have the upper hand because of the head-to-head matchup. Both teams have 3 games remaining. The Saskatchewan team will play Prince Edward Island, BC, and Nova Scotia to finish things out. And Alberta still has Quebec, Manitoba, and Ontario.
Line's good.
It's okay.
Just here.
Hold on to.
Top 3 in both pools will advance to the playoffs. First place gets the all-important bye through. And so you really want to finish as high as you can, not just get into the playoffs, but finish with first place if you can, avoid that extra game. And it's not like an extra game where you maybe get an advantage. It's more of an extra game where you are on elimination.
You should be fine. You're running. Line's good. Top 8. We're heavy. Top 8. Line's good. Top 8. Ronan's rock. To it.
Talked already about some of the other men's Pool B games that are happening. There's also some Pool A games out there. 3 of the 4 are very lopsided right now. Nova Scotia has a 9-1 lead on BC. Newfoundland and Labrador, Simon Perry, he's up 8-1 on Northern Ontario. Prince Edward Island trails Alberta 8-1. But there is a close one out there as well. New Brunswick has a 2-1 lead on Manitoba. At this point, you can find all the scores, standings, stories at curling.ca. It's our game here. Alberta sitting 3.
Or the draw.
Up 3.
Okay.
Or just straight draw.
I don't mind hack.
Okay. Right on the nose isn't terrible.
Alberta could draw here, electing rather to roll because there are 3 Saskatchewan. Sorry, I got the teams mixed up. Saskatchewan could draw here, electing to hit and roll though because of the 3 Alberta rocks in play.
Hard roll.
China still trying to hedge their bets a little bit.
Great shot there.
Yeah, they moved that shooter into a good position. They did leave all the yellow rocks in play. That's the one caveat. They're still sitting third.
I'll give you mid ice. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that.
And this is what I was saying just after the break. Alberta's not going to take any chances here. They're keeping this open if they can and let Saskatchewan, force Saskatchewan to make some trickier shots.
Queen, 7, queen, whoa, 7, whoa, queen, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. 7-2. Good weight.
No, I want to be top 8, so there's not.
So a key to your second half of this game, as you mentioned, Sean, rock placement right now. Saskatchewan has executed that pretty well to start with, and this is a big shot here for Tyler as well. He wants to put this in a pretty important spot to generate a deuce at least.
Yeah, we'll often talk to teams about tolerance or missing well. This shot doesn't have a lot of tolerance. There's a lot of places it could be that would not be good, and only a very few number of places where it will be really good. They have to play it, but it's a tough shot to get in the perfect spot.
It's a double there.
I don't think so. It's going to be too steep.
Yeah, that's call.
Heard the players at the other end ask if the double's there, and I think it was Will who said it's too steep. Certainly very steep double. If you really needed to play it, it's certainly there, but not worth it. Goes back to your risk comment as well. Just one at a time for Alberta.
Clean, clean. Whoa, whoa. Clean, hard.
Ronan will get the hit, the roll, and he will just roll over. But there is a pocket now for Saskatchewan, quite a big one.
Top 4, even show half is good.
Got it.
Okay, you know it's quick, eh? Here we go. I think so.
We're all there.
Back 8.
Back 8
Logan
right
Sawicki
now.
playing the
We're back line.
draw, but you hear the sweeper say it's a little hot.
Yep.
Back 8. 12.
Hard.
12. Back 12.
Hard.
Back 12.
Zach now calling the audible.
Yep. Hard. Roll it.
Yeah, and that's not where they wanted that, unfortunately. Shorter or more curl or something.
You ever play plus?
Putting them together like that just lets Alberta, gives Alberta the opportunity to blast them both out. Again, not a shot you can play in the club, but these rocks should be lively enough that Alberta should be able to pop both of those red ones out.
Big shot here for Ronan Peterson, the 19-year-old science student at the U of A.
Looks pretty good.
What's he got? Well, both red will stay in the house, but it is Alberta sitting 1, looks like 2.
I think it's 2.
You ever try to make that
There's
double?
2.
You did hear Saskatchewan say they got pretty lucky there because they didn't lose any of the red stones.
How are we ever getting
13.
Can we be third there?
Like, we don't even need to kill it.
No.
13.
Just have something for them to jam on there.
Just
4 feet more than I just threw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much. You're probably back line there.
Yeah,
So
almost the same.
Okay.
Hack.
Whoa.
Solid hack.
Whoa.
Solid hack.
Girl.
Saskatchewan here really just trying to maneuver the rocks into a position where they can get a jam. They talk about not even killing that rock in the 4-foot, just pushing it back to a jam position.
not bad.
And they'll rub off that so they don't lose it.
And they've set themselves up for a nice little pocket there. So that's a pretty good result for them.
Probably a few more rocks in play than Alberta would like at this point, for sure.
Yeah, and that's hard to control too with the 5 rock, no tick combination rule.
I also don't mind the ride.
You almost,
Like he has a very big target.
you know, at the Briar and Scotties, you'll see them bail out of this and be able to manage with no rocks in play and blank more often. But at this level, we're not quite there yet. So it's hard to really kill everything and keep it super clean.
And if I stuff it or kill this,
That's fine.
and I should have a double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like the run a little
And they will
more.
call a interaction here, so we'll get our first glimpse of Rob Krebs, the coach for Alberta.
Running the off center then? Well, we're sitting 2-3, right?
1 and 3.
We're sitting 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that if you miss that, he's gonna have an opportunity to sit 4. By or 3 by hammering it into the middle. So I don't really think that's the shot. I think it's just a corner freeze on that rock.
Sounds good.
Or your other option, your other option is just to guard their rock in the top of the 4-foot.
That was my second thought.
Yeah, which is a good shot too.
But then I'll have
I don't think we're gonna hit anything, guys. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So
I like that corner freeze then.
Do you like playing a reach?
Like a reach, yeah, for sure.
Well, you have to make
So
sure you
definitely
clear
a
the guard,
change
and if you reach and you chop off the other one, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not the best. So, do you like this freeze better than you like that guard?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, that's fine. Yep.
So
Make
yeah,
sure we're by
changing
the yellow guard.
the
That's
direction of
important.
this end. Rob suggesting you're not going to be hitting anything at this point. You're kind of in it.
With the reach?
Yeah, there's just too many risks to the hit.
I mean,
There's too many ways to miss it.
going up the slant.
Yeah.
No matter here last, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's good ice. This edge?
Yeah,
Compared to his draw last end,
Plus, we've seen a lot of draw hit things going down this way.
Alberta's got to be very specific about what they're guarding.
then I like the same speed as what you threw on the draw last end.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, do they guard straight up the nose, or do they try and ensure that they're leaving one side open versus the other?
Like you can, bud. You got it.
I think pretty much they're going to be on the nose as much as they can.
Free draw on the last end for 3. This one faces a lot more pressure here. Saskatchewan having a little bit moving in the 6th end.
We're back 8, back 12. Back 12.
Trying to make it curl now.
Good. Okay.
That's a pretty good result, actually. It wasn't what I thought they were going to
B or C.
Yeah, I really thought when Rob was done that they were going to guard versus the freeze, but tapping that over is pretty good.
Really good.
Alberta now sitting first
I like the end.
Even if I hit
and
it
3rd and 4th,
like,
it looks like.
Still set up good for 2. Firm? Yeah.
First, 3rd, 4th.
I don't
Saskatchewan
see it
looking to see
moving much at all.
if there's a way they can
My other inside outs haven't
kill
moved.
the 3 Alberta rocks in the
Firm.
4-foot.
Intern?
Yeah.
What are we, like, can we get rid of 3?
Might be there. I think
just
it's
2,
likely,
But
yeah.
we can sit almost frozen on that other one.
So we're trying to
Try and roll a bit. I mean, he's not really
Looking
gonna
to
have a double.
hit and freeze almost over to the one on the left side, correct, Sean?
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is
One that's in the 4-foot?
Yeah, I think they're trying to push it and then roll over.
Just firm.
Roll over to the one on the left side of the 4-foot there. They either make the double straight up, or they get the hit and roll over. I don't think they can get all 3 of them
Hard!
Martin's trying to hold this one.
That's the shot.
Just
There you
like
go.
that. Great result, great shot. Saskatchewan having a great end here in the 6th.
Yeah, Alberta in a bit of trouble
first,
now.
3rd.
Yeah, Alberta's in a bit of trouble now.
And then he's playing a double for 3.
Yeah.
I think if I had the talent, I think a freeze right there would be not great.
Yeah.
Maybe just a guard.
I think that's it.
Just to keep them from running this in.
Okay.
I think what they're doing.
Other thing I'm seeing is we could try a triple.
So they just called a coach interaction. They only get 2 for the second half, so unlikely they'll call another one here, but this is a very crucial call in the game.
You like this?
Yeah.
That was my first thought. It's just that he has just like barely air on it. But I don't see...
down the slant. We could play just easy and flopping.
I don't see any benefit to moving these right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, easy. Where's ideal? Yeah, easy.
So you just want to get here.
Yeah.
Even here's good.
Yeah.
Because this is not there.
The over roll is a little bit better to try and get to this side of center. It's just whether we flirt with the guard that much. That's all.
You like it?
Complicated situation here.
Right.
Easy.
Yeah.
Key here is the roll. If they really need to get that roll into a good position. Ideally under that stagger of the 2 reds.
Clean release. We've seen how they've ran with medium here.
Yeah.
So, you got it, bud.
Sailors! Looks like a ton of ice.
Okay, let's make this good. Bonking on the nose is okay as well.
Zach Davies with another key shot of the 6 end.
Clean, hard.
Oh, he's flirting with the guard. They gotta go to get around that guard.
Is he by?
Oh, good sweep. Yeah.
Hit, roll.
Sit.
Good shot.
Beach, bud.
And they will sit. Third shot. So
If I hammer this.
now, has he left something for Saskatchewan?
Well, there was always going to be the jam, the run within the 4-foot. Now Dylan's looking at, I think, is
But it's still for 3.
a triple here, or at least an effective triple.
It's pretty thin. It's
The key will be, does that middle one get far enough out of the 4-foot even?
Yeah, I think if he can do this here, his shooter should sit there. This will maybe move. This goes, if this can go across the top, it only needs to move to here. This only needs to move to here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's complicated. And it's really ugly diagramming, sorry.
I get it.
It's there. The trick is this rock coming over the top of this one. And because if he hits it thick, there's a possibility this just goes straight out without touching that one.
It should go.
But like you've said a couple times here, Sean, these rocks are sharp.
Hopefully.
So something here that you might not be able to do at your club.
Right.
Okay, buddy, here we go.
Definitely wants to get multiples. Right now is just sitting the 1, but has a chance for 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Let's see. Big shot for the 19-year-old Dylan Dirksen, trailing by 3. Saskatchewan looking to make some noise here. Oh, and he dead jams it, so it's just the single. And it's 5-3, but Alberta will take hammer as we head into the 7th end. We'll be back with the New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships from Summerside after this.
Hey, Canada, come on in to Montana's. When it's game night, there's no better place to cheer on the pros or celebrate your own wins or forget your sporting woes. Because when you're craving in-house smoked, fall-off-the-bone ribs, head to Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Today we learned to put one foot in front of the other. That with a little hard work, great things will happen. We can go for gold, but what matters most is having fun. We learn from some of the best, improving our skills, building confidence, and making friends that feel like family. We are proud to be the future of curling.
Top four.
Line's good.
Welcome back to Draw 9, the New Holland Canadian Under-20 Curling Championships. It's the 7th end. Alberta up 2 with hammer. But Sean, that was a really exciting 6th end. Chance for Saskatchewan to get multiples. Didn't quite come up as much as they needed it to. And just a single. So Saskatchewan still has a lot of work to do to get back into this one without hammer.
Yeah, Saskatchewan doing everything they really should have been doing in that last end. And set themselves up. That last shot was pretty hard. So, you know, Dylan had his work cut out for him, but he had himself, you know, him and his team set themselves up for success there. They were in a position to possibly get 3 and tie the game up. So good job. And unfortunately, they're just going to have to keep plugging away and messing it up and getting lots of rocks in play until they can, you know, get back into a position where they could possibly win.
Gonna get by that one.
I'll give you guys same to a foot off. Yeah, I like that.
Alberta in that last time doing their best not to take any chances, and they didn't take any chances trying to eliminate some stones on the edge, and Saskatchewan just did a really good job of manipulating rock position, as we said they needed to do.
T. Top four. Ronan's rock. Top four.
We know we're running still.
T.
Ronan's rock.
Stop. Top one.
Ronan's rock.
Back one. Back four.
This is Lucas's 4th national championship. Talked earlier, he won gold in 2023 at the U-18s.
That one jams, or at least touches it.
At age 19, that's pretty impressive.
I can be top 8 and it's okay.
Yeah. Front 6 anywhere.
Yeah.
The youngest player on the sheet here, Tyler Dirksen, just 16 years old.
Time's good. Top 4.
He has a lot of years ahead of him at this event, still at U-18s. We already talked about this team having played in the Saskatchewan men's tankard at age 16. Wow.
Right now. Easy. Right here. Oh.
And a good shooter, too.
Yeah, that one's pretty much ideal.
Yep. All right. Nice double peel here. Yeah, you got it.
William Butler making his 5th national appearance.
Clean.
Clean.
Cleaner.
Yep.
Clean. Whoa.
Nice shot.
Avoids the rocks in the 4-foot with a nice double peel.
Alberta's really doing a good job of managing those hit and rolls. It's a couple of times now where they've hit multiples and avoided any kind of jam possibility.
Always straight. Always straight.
A little bit.
Line's pretty good.
Gotta go a little.
Just a 3.
2.
Line's good.
Whoa, let it sit.
2. Weight's good. Weight's good. Weight's really nice.
Sit. It's good.
Pretty good. Nice 7.5. Looks like your last. Yeah. Clean.
Alberta with hammer here, not really wanting to, as we said before, take any chances. They'll just keep the front open and try and keep their access to the forefoot in that shot rock. Keep that open.
Keep guarding.
You got it.
Great click here still, hey?
Yeah, it's...
15-5 to the line, you think? Or?
Got it.
These teams all vying for the chance to represent Canada. That would be next year at the U-20 World Championships. Saskatchewan looking for its 15th title in the men's side. That's second only to Alberta, that has already won 18 championships. Alberta having won the last 2. So 2 provinces with real great depth at the youth level, both at U18 and U20. There are some provinces, Sean, it seems, that really have some really strong youth programs. I think of Nova Scotia on the women's side in particular. They had, back a few years ago, they were winning a lot of women's championships, and they were representing us at the World Women's coming up in April in Cortina. Team McNutt from there as well. And of course, Alberta, the men are representing us coming up in Alberta and Cortina, Italy. But there are some provinces that really excel at the U18, U20 discipline.
Yeah, every province is in its own unique situation with respect to what services and what programs they can offer. And, you know, as the world is, it typically comes down to money. Some of the support services that Nova Scotia in particular is getting is really helping. And you know, kudos to the coaching and program management out there to take advantage of that as well as they have. The situation is just, it's tough because every province or member association has their own challenges, not just with respect to money, but you know, I'm coming from Ontario, and our issue is, one of our big issues is geography. We have a province that's so big that I was talking to one of the Northern Ontario coaches last night, and he was talking about the fact that he had to go to his provincial, which is an 18-hour drive away, to qualify for a national championship that was a shorter drive away in New Brunswick. Mm-hmm. So he had a longer drive within Ontario than he did from Ontario to New Brunswick, and you know, the issue there is how do you get services to such a vast area, and that's just I only mention that because it's a representative of the unique problem that Ontario has. Each province has their own version of that issue, and some are able to get support to get them through it a little better. And certainly Nova Scotia has done well with what they've got, and obviously Saskatchewan and Alberta have done very well.
So to peel and repeat here in this end. Yeah, and I think to the Alberta program, you kind of had that advantage that, you know, there's some very strong schools with very strong curling programs, and you see that with this Alberta team. They're all U of A, and so you're attracting university, college-age students to your province because of those as well. So William Butler on this team played and represented Newfoundland for many years. He's now going to school at U of A, so he can also curl for Alberta as well. So they have that advantage as well. Like Calgary Dinos are a strong squad as well. As we see Dillon's Rock come a little deep.
Yeah, that gives Alberta the opportunity really to double this out.
Red's jamming all day.
Set themselves up.
If you hit the crotch, like, it's probably going to.
Yeah.
You probably only leave one rock in the house.
It's the only shot, right?
Yeah, plus.
Yeah.
Just probably the call.
The school involvement is a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm involved in the college program in Toronto at Humber College. We're blessed because our school gives us a ton of support. On the college side, there's a lot fewer teams than there are at the university level, but even within Ontario, there's a ton of university teams. And it's just an alternate pathway. Again, we talked earlier about the opportunity to go to these championships more often. Well, that's another stream, if you will, for these kids to get to championships that have a big impact.
But it has been a number of years since Saskatchewan's won this championship. Alberta looking to go 3 years in a row. It was 14 years ago since Saskatchewan won the men's title. That was Braden Muscowie. That does jam. So a little bit of a chance here for Saskatchewan to maybe put some pressure on Alberta in the last.
It's going to be an awful tricky thing for Saskatchewan to find a place to hide a rock now for a steal. I think their best hope maybe is to get a force out of this.
Yeah. Scarred?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You got it.
Okay, buddy.
Okay. 2, 3.
Yeah.
So Saskatchewan calling the guard, sitting one at the back of the forefoot.
Paralyzed.
Guards on this surface, and I'm sounding like a broken record now, I know, but if this was your club, it would be easy to throw a guard on the center line and say, okay, there you go, because it would kind of half cover that yellow run back too.
Heavy again.
Heavy's not
Still
great,
top
but a high guard wouldn't do a whole lot either. It would allow Alberta to draw for their run, or if it's that high, still allow for the little tap yellow onto red.
Top it, top 12.
It's in the rings for sure.
So it's coming down a bit. Originally calling top 4, top 8, and it looks like it will just grab a piece of the top 12. Pretty good result.
I think that's a better result than a 2. Like a 2 being halfway between hog line and the top of the house. If it's a 2, then Alberta can come down there with backline weight, tap yellow, red, and get 2. Now they can't do that. They really are forced to draw for their 1. I like that result.
It's drawn for a 1. Yeah. Mid-5 here. Mid-5 here, Zach.
So Zach has had a few draws in this game. Most of them, if I recall, were more for the extra point or open. This one is needing basically the button. Good chunk of the forefoot to score a single, prevent the steal. Looking to widen the lead.
I thought close. Mine's good. They're light, a bit light, but I think we're good. Weight's good. Running. T.
Sweepers like it.
Back 4. T. T.
No.
T. Still. Running still.
Wow. This one looks like it might have a little bit wheels on it, and it's going to slide to the back 8 foot, so a steal of 1. Saskatchewan trying to claw their way back into this, get within 2 points now. We'll be back with more coverage of the New Holland Canadian Under 20 Curling Championships from Summerside.
Days Inn makes every winning moment even more epic. Staying nearby gets you close to what matters most, right from let's go to OMG whoa. No matter why you're traveling, we have what you need to make every day even sweeter. Because when you stay closer, like me,
And me.
it makes every day brighter. Seize the days at over 1,500 locations. Days Inn, a trusted brand by Wyndham.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient that can produce food for the world.
You got mid-5.
Welcome back. The first steal of the game. Saskatchewan stealing a single. They're within 1 point now. Trailing Alberta 5-4 as we play the 8th end. So your keys to the game, or the second half at least, Sean, getting rocks in good position, being patient. And right now, that I would say from the 5th end on has paid off for Saskatchewan.
Hard Ronan! Hard Ronan! 16, hard!
They even had some chances to score multiples and tough shots, but
Nice shot.
again, these are 10 end games.
I think Saskatchewan really has turned it up a touch. They're being a little more precise and they're a little more focused. I think in the second half already.
Line's good.
It's not as heavy as he thinks.
This is really heavy.
It'll come down.
Back 12.
Coming down.
Back 4.
Back 4.
Okay, straight. Okay, well, you're okay.
Oh, we got lots of room.
It's back 4.
6.
Back 4, back 8.
Back.
Sit.
Stop
Quick.
Okay.
There you go.
And it will stop for shot. Out of his hand. Gavin, I think, thought that was well through the house.
Okay, I'll give you guys same on this path.
Okay. Yeah, I think same on this path is fine.
Alberta's still just being cautious, trying to cut off paths to eliminate opportunities for Saskatchewan. They can't peel the guard yet, so they're really just going to try and cut off that draw path.
Running.
Just top 8. No, we're not.
Running. 4-4.
Top 4. Wow. No, we're back. 6, William. Sorry, Lucas. My bad.
Freeze right on it. Yeah.
Key, top 4.
You mentioned earlier, you talk about tolerance and good misses. That's probably not a good miss. They really needed to be in front of the tee line somewhere, just so they don't provide backing for this one.
Easy, whoa.
And now this is the shot after the miss, the SAM as they call it. See how Tyler responds. Just as important as the miss is how you respond to it.
Girl.
Looks pretty close.
No, it looks really good. A little bit of separation there, but regardless, I think Zach was always going to rip this guard.
That's some 5-er. Yeah.
Clean, hard, Ronan, push, hard, big push, Ronan, hard, big roll.
Roland Peterson leaning on this one. He'll straight peel the rock.
2.
Just a 2.
Similar to last end, we're likely in a pattern here of guarding, peeling, and see who's the first to blink.
I don't mind it.
I think it should be okay.
2.
Yeah, anything short and close here, then Zach is going to peel.
Can you come around it?
No, we're not there. We're not there for sure. Top 12.
Straight.
Anything else, then it opens up the opportunity maybe for Zach to get rid of some of that stuff and also change the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard the sweepers apologize at the end because they had said they didn't think they could wrap it around, but in the end they realized they probably could have. Either way, there was a blast here available for Alberta, whether it was wrapped around or in front.
Alberta not caring whether they lose their own yellow there at the top, because they're not really worried about that one at all.
Clean.
Yep,
Hard. Hard. Clean.
Yep. Roll it.
Okay.
That's good. It's okay.
7-5.
You got a little bit of. Are they yelling clean? That's not good.
Let's make a guard here.
Yep. 2. This guard. That's quick here still. Yeah. I know we threw it.
So that yellow rock will kind of guard Saskatchewan's counter at this point.
It is in a run back position though, so
Should be okay.
Alberta's got some options.
2. Just a 2. 2.
Take a look. It's running.
Saskatchewan can put this in a good spot
Just a 2.
and kind of take away
Two, wait
both
now.
the pick
Wait's
and the
really
run.
good.
Curl.
Hard.
Need to make this curl.
Whoa.
Trying to get it to the center.
Yep.
Heel.
Hard.
Clean.
Yep.
Good.
Okay.
Look at the single peel.
Okay, same shot.
2.
Same weight. Same exact thing. Less.
Hair last.
Line's good.
1-2 right now.
Should be okay though.
2. Gavin. 2.
Good communication here from the Saskatchewan team before the rock, as well as right out of Logan's hand.
No. Curl. Hard. Really hard.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Good.
Almost in the same spot.
7-6 on your last.
Alberta looking to maybe hopefully rip both of those out. Job one is to get rid of that guard that was just thrown up.
Whoa. Curl. Okay, just clean. We're fine. We're just clean.
Straight peel now, I think, on the red rock. And Ronan achieves that.
No. It's fast here, man.
Yeah, I know. It is everywhere.
Logan pointing out to Dylan, it is very fast, lightning fast in this spot.
Well, let's see what lightning fast is. I'll see if I can get a clock on this one and see what they're talking about.
Give me a hair less. I don't think mine will curl as much.
Still quick here.
Oh yeah. Even less than my last one I threw.
Yeah.
I got a little heavy. 3 right now. 3.
I think a little heavy is what they want.
3.
No,
Line's good.
3.
Just out.
For Jay Howard. 2.
2.5. Just let it sit. 2.5.
Gotta sit.
Let it sit.
2 is halfway. 3 would be just in front of the house, and
Sit. Good. It's good. Shot.
pretty good spot. Same spot that they've been throwing these.
Yeah, that does the job.
I didn't know.
I got a 16-8 on that one.
Okay.
So
This first.
fast, it's fast.
I like a medium.
Okay.
I just don't think he's
We're
sure
just
about his draw weight
3/4.
Yeah.
Thick 3/4.
Yeah. Thick 3/4. Like nosing is fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say medium.
That
Although he's moving it in.
Thick firm.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Not sure who I heard, but somebody mentioning they're not sure if he's comfortable with his draw weight right now, and that being Zach Davies.
Medium. Just stop nose.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm sure that last end unnerved him a little bit. I think most of them thought it was okay most of the way down.
All right, like you can here, bud.
Key shot, though, for Zach Davies, trying to connect his Yellowstone to the Saskatchewan counter on the button to make his life a little easier on his final stone.
Yep. Come on, Lily. Clean. Yep, hard.
Asking Butler to hold the line on this.
He's very close.
On and off.
Great shot.
Connects. Not sure who shot.
I think so.
It's us, according to Sawicki.
It's so loud. I don't know, it's close.
So Saskatchewan very quickly thinking it's them for shot.
I think that might have been a bit
I don't know.
might have been a, if I say it, I'll make it so kind of statement.
But all of a sudden it's them, they draw for 2. That's awful.
Well, what else do we play?
I don't know.
So we haven't had a coach interaction for Saskatchewan yet. See if we can get one here.
But I don't want to touch him at all.
No, corner freeze.
You're good too.
No.
He's always gonna have this. You almost have to hope on the measure.
I'm not convinced it's us, though.
I don't know if it is either.
Well.
So Logan going back on it now.
I think it might be us.
I'm putting my money.
One thing to note, that New Holland logo is not exactly circular, so you don't want your eye to be deceived by that.
That's bad.
I'm putting my money on yellow.
We just have these so
Alberta right now, I think.
Not the worst. Like,
right there's really good. Makes the draw really tough.
Now, giving up 1's not terrible. Giving up 2 could be the game at this point, but
Yeah, giving up 1 isn't terrible, I suppose.
I think it might be us.
It's you're running out of ones, that's all.
yeah.
I think it might
Could you
be
ever
us.
try the
It's
pick,
really
Sean?
close.
Do you think there's enough curl there past the guard to pick it?
Yeah,
Oh,
think
I do.
It is us.
I
At
think
first glance, I thought it was
it's a
them,
pretty
but
precise
I think
shot.
It might be us.
Just top 8.
The only issue with the
Top eight's
pick,
perfect,
quiet
but
pick,
light's okay.
is you
can never
pretty
touch
much
that
give.
one.
You're gonna roll into
Same
the
weight
open.
is great.
Yeah,
Let's
same
see.
weight and
So
sweep it a bit.
you could come down and push this. You could probably only get it maybe to here, but you're gonna roll your shooter here, and then they've got an easy draw for their 1. Which I guess is okay. It's the force, and then it's a sure force versus a hope force.
Full scout. 437.
Mine's good. Top 8.
Sweepers say it's close. Trying to go top 8. Prevent the 2. Maybe hope for the 1 on a measure. This is light.
Whoa.
Okay.
A bit fooled by that one because the sweepers out of his hand thought it was nice. Or maybe just this side of the ice a little bit different. They haven't played too many draws down this path.
Yeah, tap it.
T-line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really only have to move this 2 inches or an inch to make it a sure thing.
Okay.
And I don't think Alberta's too upset about just taking
more than
1
that.
here.
Nothing more than back 4, but
A good 15 here.
Yeah, compared to his last end.
It is the 8th end. Even ends to score would be nice to be up 2 for Alberta.
Okay.
One of the things we talked about with the coaches this week was analytics studies, and Renee Sonnenberg at Curling Canada has done a ton of work in this area, and specifically about whether you're when you're in an advantage position relative to the scoreboard and the hammer. And basically, anytime you're up in score, you're in an advantage situation. So Alberta would be happy being up 2 after 8.
Zach Davies with his final stone of the 8th end, leading by 1. Unsure who's shot right now, just looking to bump to ensure it is the team from Edmonton. But some work to do here.
He's close. He looks like he's by the guard. Weight looks
As
good.
I said, Sean only need to move it an inch or less. Is he by? Oh, not quite.
He looked good coming
coming
up towards the hard line, but
Whoa, and then another hard.
Okay.
it.
I guess we'll find out now.
Well, yeah, because you touch it every single time.
We'll just get you out of the way. Just get out of the way.
Steal here would be massive for Saskatchewan.
Who?
So we'll get our first measure of the game.
It's so close.
Okay, but
I think it's us. I think it's us.
Okay, well, let's get over here.
Everyone has a feeling. Now they're going back to thinking it is them. We'll see. Saskatchewan. I think it's red, but again, I'm looking at this from a very high vantage point.
I'm behind the sheet, but that doesn't help at all.
It's gonna be close.
That New Holland logo might be deceiving my eyes a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to gauge how much of the handle I can see inside the button line, but I'm not sure.
Stealing and then forcing one here. And then you get your two.
They seem to be, they're just going to do that same thing to
Okay,
us.
come on.
Once they're shot.
Please be us.
This is the,
You hear Tyler hoping it is Saskatchewan.
We're due for one. We're due for one.
I do get the sense either way that Saskatchewan's in a better mindset right now. Definitely feeling like they've got a bit of momentum, even if they don't win this measurement.
Yeah, the three was a little deflating, but getting the one back was okay. But the steal of one back after that was really uplifting for them, I think.
See if we'll get a view of it or not.
Third pick there? Yeah, like yeah.
Not quite.
Nope.
Still. Is it?
Same. It's the exact same.
Well, go around again then.
We're going around again. Now, if it is a tie, it would be a blank end, but we will go around again. It's very rare we get a tie.
Blank is actually terrible.
I was at the Briar a few years ago with Team Ontario, Scott McDonald skipping. We were playing, of all teams, Gear Shoot, and had this situation, and sure enough, we had a tie. Went against us, and we really needed that point.
we would not
Yeah.
Mark Nichols was hilarious. He had the biggest grin on his face. We wanted the point, but it was really fun to watch how excited Mark got at the blank end.
Yeah, you hear Saskatchewan saying they don't want Alberta to have blanked this. No one saw a blank coming, but what do we get there? Well, we can't see, so we're going to let the umpire sort this out for us.
I mean, to me, it looks. It go a little more this way. I think ours is a bit above 6.5. Can we go around again? Yeah, we can go around again. Dude, they're identical.
Yeah, they're going to go around again. Sometimes they do call in another umpire just to switch it up, but we will see. This is the third go at it. Is it ever a big point? It's a big point in the game. It's a big point in the tournament.
Logan, who does it look like?
I think it's us, but it's so.
Okay, well, that's
Logan
good.
thinks it might be us. Yeah.
Well, I hear them say 6.5. So you see the acrometer there. Let's see if we can get a view of it from this 6 and...
You weren't joking when you said it was really close.
Oh, it looked like 6.5 there as well.
It did, just before the head came in.
I think that got to the line, personally. Well, I think ours is over the line. I don't know.
Can you get like another umpire?
Yeah.
Second set of eyes?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. You think it's tied? Sure. I would. Yeah.
Let's listen in.
Is it tied?
So
I think it's us. I don't know.
they're going to call in, I believe, another umpire for another set of eyes here to do it again. So this will be the fourth measurement.
Logan, do you think it's us?
Yeah.
Well, of course you do. Like.
No, it's close.
In club games, if this ever happens, you usually call another skip or vice from the other sheet. But let's see if we get an overhead shot of this one. That looks 6.5.
It's red.
Oh, it is red.
Wow.
Chief umpire has decided it is red, and so it is a big steal for Saskatchewan, and we are tied after some drama here in the 8th end. Stay with us. Where's this one ending? At the U-20 Canadian Curling Championships.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
Whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that can produce food for the world.
This is a message from the Peasants, from the Ho family, from Sophie and Philippe, the Kurzaks, the Bushers, and the Flanagans. This is a message from over 1,000 family-owned home hardware stores, serving communities across Canada for over 60 years. Whatever your project is, we're here for you to help you build your dreams and build a brighter future together for the place we all call home. We're proud to be locally owned and genuinely Canadian.
Hey, Canada, come on in to Montana's. When it's game night, there's no better place to cheer on the pros or celebrate your own wins or forget your sporting woes. Because when you're craving in-house smoked, fall-off-the-bone ribs, head to Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Saskatchewan clawing their way back, inch by inch, millimeter by millimeter, really, on that last end. It is a 5-5 tie as we play the 9th end. Darren McEwen alongside Sean Turriff, and we watch the Alberta lead try and get a rock in the house here. But back to that last end, Sean, it was, what did we go, 4 or 5 times around, and the measurement went Saskatchewan's way for the single?
Yeah, second official comes into play, and the head official comes into play and makes the determination that it's red, and that can be, this end will be really interesting to watch, because that can be really impactful on motivation and momentum. So we'll see how Alberta bounces back.
Yeah, especially with Zach missing his last in the 7th and in the 8th. See how he responds too, because they weren't sure, obviously, who was shot.
5-5.
So good start here for Saskatchewan in terms of guards. Maybe a little closer together than they'd like, but they're working with 3 of them, trying to steal their way to victory here in PEI.
Top 8. Top 8.
Line's
Top
good.
4. Top 4.
Line's good.
Top 8, top 4.
Ronan's rock.
Top 8. Top 4.
Knife if you can.
You can.
4-7. I don't
just top 8. Just top 8.
Just a baby knife.
Fighting. Halfing.
A baby knife.
Okay, good.
A charcuterie knife? I don't know what you'd call that.
Yeah, there you go.
You can.
I don't mind the freeze.
It's a new one to me.
Okay, yeah, I like the freeze.
I like to freeze, I think.
I'm going to freeze the inside of it. If possible. Half second different on this side.
I said after the 5th end that one of the things that Alberta really needs to try and do is keep it clean and just not take a lot of risks. Now, it's not that they've been taking a lot of risks. That's not what's resulted in steals. It's just the fact that with the 5-rock rule and the no tick, it's really difficult to keep the house clean. And Saskatchewan has been a little more precise now. That combination has just resulted in a couple of steals and Saskatchewan being able to get back in this one.
You got it. Yeah.
Case in point, now Alberta's wanting to clean this up. They still have hammer. They still want it nice and clean. but they really want to get rid of both of those red rocks out front and clear the shooter.
Good shot here by William Butler. Trying to get 1, 2, clears it out. He's made a couple of really great peels this game.
Hit and roll.
You just hit and roll?
It's hard to not leave a double, though.
Center.
What do you like?
Saskatchewan deciding if they want to try to go hard for the fours.
I don't hate it. They probably will peel.
Yeah, probably. And
Are
then
those even? Can you weld one in there?
Okay, so if we go there and then they wrap,
well,
then we hit and roll. Yeah.
What if we beat them there? No, you got
no,
crazy?
I'm not a fan of that.
I like here.
Because even us rolling there, they got a double to sit under cover.
I like the guard.
I like the guard.
Do you like the guard,
Gotta
Sean?
be on this side of center.
You know your speed over
Yeah, I think I do.
Still early in the end, too.
Yeah. You're still in setup mode.
Thought it was okay. Like
1, 2.
Young Tyler Dirksen.
Hair tight. Line's good.
Easy, guys.
Suddenly got a lot quieter in here. All the other games have concluded, so we're the only show in town at the moment.
Curl. Curl. Oh.
Quebec picked up a 10-4 win over Ontario. That's a big one there in the men's pool. Men's pool B. Nova Scotia winning 8-3 over the host Prince Edward Island, and BC with a 10-4 win over Manitoba. You can find all the scores and the standings for both men's pool A and B, as well as the women's, at curling.ca/scoreboard. Got a game coming up after this here on Curling Canada's YouTube channel. It's going to be the women's game. That's BC versus Manitoba, coming up at 2 Atlantic.
Yeah. You got it.
What's this side like for speed?
It's a little slower, but not much. Throw the same way you've been throwing for guards, and it's good.
Yeah.
No bad. I like it.
Little bit tight.
We're all there.
I thought it was 2.
It's all 12. Oh, 3.
3. We're out. We're out. We're out.
Just let it dig.
We're out.
Let it dig. It's gotta dig.
Yeah, you really don't want this deep.
3.
Oh. Curl. Curl.
Curl. Curl. Hard.
Oh.
That's a good spot.
Good.
Logan Sawicki with another guard. He played a couple of guards last end that helped set up the steal.
Okay, straight peel. Yeah, lucky if we catch the backside of the yellow. No. Yeah. Nice 7-5, like you can. Peel. Yep. Back one, Zach. Okay.
Job 1 done. They would have liked to have had something better happen with the shooter, but that's okay.
Think another one, right?
Yeah. One more, I think. You got it. Yeah, I think so.
Always straight. Always straight.
Be okay though.
2.
Always straight.
It's fine.
It's gotta sit.
High. Hard.
Line's good.
Hard.
Hard, boys.
Hard. Yes.
Gotta get this over. They do.
Line's really good.
They gotta get this closer to the center. Not quite, but does the job. It's a longer guard than Alberta has had to peel for most of the other
Corner freeze.
end.
Like in here?
Yeah, I think so. The peel.
I like that.
But they're just gonna end up hitting, and we're gonna be forced to 1 regardless. Okay, I think that's the call. Yeah.
Other thought was like a finesse.
No. It's hard. Really too risky.
I only have 2 thirds of it from here.
Yeah, I like this.
Okay. You got it. Good low 5 here.
Yeah, okay. I like the low 5. Like you can, bud. Let's make this good.
Low 5. Is it still feeling pretty keen?
Yes.
Slightly, yes. Okay.
Got room.
Ronan just checking on the weight of the sheet right now because he talked Sean about the other games concluding. So sometimes the ice conditions, temperature can change in the arena.
Close, close, straight, straight, hard, straight.
Hard. Push, bud.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Chap off.
Okay, that's good.
Rolled right on top of the other Alberta Stone.
Nose is pretty good, eh?
Yeah. It's pretty good. The freeze
11
of the yellow on the yellow makes it tough for Saskatchewan to get both of them out in one shot.
Yeah, just 11.
Okay, I really like this. Sit right on nose. And then...
Yeah.
Here's Saskatchewan a little excited about this one. Again, the scoreboard here, they want to force. Obviously, they'd take a steal too, but they really want to force a single.
In there to get two,
Come home with
Depending
hammer.
on what he does, we can always hit it, right? You got it. Right on nose here.
It's 11.
Okay, buddy. Here we go. Snaker.
You hate a hair less?
I like that. We can hold it.
I really like it.
Jeez. Not sure what that was. Sounds like something that fell from the ceiling, just as Dylan was about to get ready to throw.
Yes.
Whoa. Curl.
Dylan Dirksen trying to hit nose.
Hard.
Brother Tyler trying to pull it up. And he does pretty good. Rolls off just a little bit.
Yeah, Alberta's got a decision to make now. There's that, yeah.
Or you can make this.
Yeah, the danger with that is...
Yeah.
Is there any red double? Ooh, I like that.
The red double's tough. There's not a lot of room on the inside that they can see to get...
Then is he probably playing
to get the right angle, but...
Was kind of liking to look at this double.
Might be able to do it.
Is there a red double?
Like trying to make that.
We're killing our yellow.
How much? Almost edge on edge with yellow. Edge on edge? Oh, with yellow. With yellow. Like it's frozen. Okay. You'd have to hit an 8. Could you do that? You could probably get that with easy. I don't like that then.
I think the taps.
I think you can get it with. I think you can get it
A
with
little
medium.
more precise with that call. So Zach pretty emphatically does not like that call.
He's trying to hit like a...
Yeah, specifically he doesn't like the weight that he's going to have to throw.
Back 8, yeah.
I think what he's worried about is he leaves one of those, probably the frozen red one. He leaves that in play if he doesn't throw enough weight.
We either have to cross to the shade or we have to hit it at less than
because the red and the yellow are frozen, he's going to need more than just a little to knock that red one out of the rings completely.
Just tapping, throw half rock on Will's side.
Wait.
And then rolling behind the corner.
Kind of weight are we throwing here?
Back 8, back 12.
Back 8, back 12.
I like a high 4.
Back 8, back 12, trying to unlock the situation on the center line.
Even
high to mid. Like Ronan threw a 4-3 on his last one there.
Mid 4 is really good weight here.
Sitting shot rock with hammer, trying to score 2 this end. Trying to fend off a Saskatchewan team that has clawed their way back into this game after the break.
Tight.
Weight's good. Back 8.
Zach Davies.
Back 12.
Clean. Back 12.
Back 12, back line.
Former U-18 gold medalist.
Yep.
Looking to improve his team to 3-2 here in Summerside. Where does that yellow go?
Nice. Are we 2?
Well, it looks like red's sitting 2. Logan again quick to call it. He was right last time though.
Just trying to manifest it. If I say it enough, it'll be true.
We're first and third.
I think for sure they're first.
Yeah, they're first for sure.
Guard.
So it sounds like they're first and
Give him
third.
that angle runner.
He's going to play that.
Hopefully it's Steph's on the back one.
That's always jamming there.
Jams, that's probably only, well.
There's shot rock on this center
Well,
line.
even regardless, if he plays this, he'll plant it there, and this one will all count it.
Just guard then, yeah.
Can we chisel off?
No, just guard.
This is a big end.
Okay. Do we have 2 timeouts left?
They do.
I think so. I don't know. I think guard's the call.
We haven't used any though.
Yeah, but what are we?
The only.
What are we guarding? The double then?
I think just straight center line.
No, I know, but like, what does he have right now for 2?
He's got the double.
The double for 3.
He's got the double for 3.
So.
We have to make sure we guard that.
Yes.
Yeah.
After you play like a tap.
I don't love that.
Well, the only thing is it's always only for
1.
Only for one then.
The tap's really good. You come back here, he's got to make a double or you score.
You just don't want to set up a triple.
I know.
Like you tap it at the slightest angle, it's a triple.
One. Yeah, you're almost.
I think guard's a shot.
We have a timeout if you want to.
Yeah, I think we got to guard.
This split center.
Even if we don't split center, we just got to take away that inside. Otherwise, he's got nothing, really.
He's always playing this, but it's always for 1, I think.
Yeah.
So they thought through all the options there.
Eh? Yeah. Or anywhere in the way really is good, eh?
Yeah.
And they really want to obviously prevent a 3, but certainly a 2 as well.
Yeah, we're 1.
So what they're going to be trying to cover is this side of the rock.
And even that angle run,
they really don't want to give up
unless
this
he can somehow clip our other one.
And that's what they're going to try and prevent. Banking on the fact that they won't be able to get to that shot rock.
A little bit more.
What you can't see in the overhead is there is a yellow rock here.
Just touching center.
Just a hair. There you can see now. That red rock that prevents them using that second shot to hit the ball in or anything like that.
Trying to keep the steel train on the tracks here. Saskatchewan and Dylan Dirkson's last rock.
Got lots of room right
Sitting,
now.
they believe, first and third right now.
2.5. Never curl.
It's got a curl.
Curl. Curl.
Pitch, Tyler. Curl.
Hard curl. Hard, buddy.
This needs to curl a long way.
Hard.
Go, buddy. All you got.
Can Tyler drag it over enough?
Hard.
Really pushing.
I think he's done it.
Think he did it?
Yeah, I think he's done it. I'm looking straight at the sheet, and you can see a quarter of that rock, maybe.
There too?
We are 2.
Oh, we're second. Okay.
Yeah, gotta make sure you do it that way because we don't want that.
Yeah, I know.
So it's
a bit of risk there if they ever did.
Like that's third. Then half.
Just real quick, like with this, if I'm wide, bruh.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Or sorry.
A lot of things can happen.
But,
maybe good or bad here, but
across the top.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be connecting with a rock in the house, based on the setup.
Okay. What he's really got to watch is coming off the inside of this one. And then, because that'll skip off there, and he's going to be throwing enough weight probably that this goes away, and then this red rock probably comes off here and sits in there, and maybe gets a steal of 2.
Third of rock.
He's got to watch that. Thinner the better for contact on that yellow rock, because if he comes across the face of this, this goes away, and sure as shooter goes out. But then, even with that one, what he's got to worry about, I'm going to redraw that. He's got to worry about is the yellow one coming across the top of this one and jamming it in here anyway. Lots of things can go wrong here, but he can also be a hero here in a second.
Yeah, trying to stop the bleeding too. Zach Davies in a 5-5 tie in the 9th end.
Yep. Whoa.
Being called on early now.
Oh, they might have overcooked that.
What happens here?
Okay. Good.
Okay, I think it was 1.
that was
Made it one of the ways.
Yeah, that was that one I drew up at the end there where it came across the top and kicked that red one in, but did it kick it in enough? No.
So it is a single, and so Zach Davies puts Alberta back on the board as we head to the 10th end. It is a 1-point lead for the team from the Saville in Edmonton. We'll be back with the 10th coming up.
Today we learned to put one foot in front of the other. That with a little hard work, great things will happen. We can go for gold, but what matters most is having fun. We learn from some of the best, improving our skills, building confidence, and making friends that feel like family. We are proud to be the future of curling.
When I think New Holland, the first word that would come to my mind, I would think success. I think without it, for me, the success isn't there.
Whenever you deal with somebody so long and they take care of you, you remember that.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that can produce food for the world.
Exciting games call for exciting finishes, and hopefully that's what we're in for here at the U-20 Curling Championships here in Summerside. I'm Darren McEwen along with Sean Turriff, and it's been a good one. We think back to some great shots of this game, but it is Saskatchewan now with hammer for the first time since the 6th end, rhyming off a bunch of steals to tie it up in the 9th.
Really got stopped.
Gavin Martin's being asked to throw the corner, and Sweepers hoping this one puts the brakes on before it slides in.
Okay.
And it does.
Just does.
Some key moments in this game, Sean. I think back to the 5th end where Saskatchewan hit and rolled out, gave Alberta a chance or a draw for 3, which really broke the game open at the time. And then Saskatchewan having a shot in the 6th. It was a tough one, but they had a shot for maybe 2, 3, maybe even 4, and couldn't quite connect. So it was just a single. And since then, though, it has been all Saskatchewan. At least Zach Davies in the hack has been facing counters each time he comes up to throw. And of course, the 8th end, some great drama there with multiple measures going around 4 or 5 times with the measurement and it being awarded to Saskatchewan to get them to tie the game. So we've had a bit of everything here.
Yeah, it's been a complete complete entertainment package here this morning.
Again, Saskatchewan 3-1 record with Alberta 2-2 head-to-head, all important in these national championships that don't have tiebreaker games. Both these teams will know that this is critical 10th end. Do we go 11? We'll have to see.
Right here.
Gavin with a nice come around corner guard.
That's a really nice shot. It's pretty much buried and it's in front of the tee line. That's a gorgeous shot.
You got it. Low 5. Yeah.
4 for 4 here.
All right. Not like.
Line's good.
I like the ad. Wait's good.
Saskatchewan will want to try and end this here. They really don't want to get forced and go to an extra. Again, going back to analytics and statistics, the statistics say if they go into the extra with a hammer, they're likely to lose.
Whoa. Great shot. Nice shot.
5-1.
Nice shot. Williams had a great game.
They're both going really good.
Good.
Yes. It's coming off there. Say a flat to low 5. Low 5 with the sweep, flat 5 and a sweep. Okay. Basically.
Straight peel attempt for Tyler Dirksen.
Whoa. Curl.
Got it, curl.
Hard to stay.
And we go back to those early ends, Sean, when you talked about when they were trying to peel or remove rocks in the front end stick. They were playing big weight. That was a lot of weight for a hit and stick.
Yeah, and they even said easy peel, and that looked like to me like a pretty normal peel. It's just all weight selection. I find that at this level, they're still feeling that out, figuring that out a little bit, and recognizing that you can accomplish the same thing with different weight selections.
Line's good.
No, line's fine,
Hair tight,
Lucas.
hair tight.
Line's fine. Tight.
Line's good.
Half tight.
Of course, boys,
Whoa.
they just love to throw the big weights, too, so that's a bit of a factor.
Good shot. Good shot.
6-4.
Has the playoff feel out here with it being the lone game left on the ice. Adrenaline can come into play, but both these teams have been in national finals.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
And did he? Oh.
Well, they
gets a hit and roll over for corner.
Yeah, they got a second corner out of it, so that's okay. A second corner out of it and some backing there, so that's all right.
It was close, very, very close to being not a great result.
Yeah.
Some fun. Like you can, bud.
Alberta's got to be a little careful here. If they go too hard for the steal, it may end up backfiring.
Peel. Whoa. Peel.
It's the peel. Good call.
Yep. Whoa.
Get out of boy.
Oh, real good shot.
What a shot by Ronan. Ronan Peterson, the 19-year-old science student, comes up with a really big shot in this 10th end.
Now we see the importance of that roll off the last peel attempt from Saskatchewan, because now they do have the corner on the other side that they can use, and the backing.
Okay, buddy. Let's make her.
Soft.
Whoa.
Hair soft.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Curl.
Close. Whoa. Curl.
Hard.
Curl. You got to curl.
You want this one to move over so they can stick in the house.
That's good.
Be shot.
Pretty good shot.
And they do. Logan had been playing guards most of the last few ends.
Yeah.
What do you like? Are they T-line?
Yeah, they're just behind T.
It's either freeze or hit.
They're touching it. It's either hack, weight, finesse, or appeal.
Yeah. You ever run?
I don't know if we actually get it flying.
Yeah, we could.
Oh, you just pop it on the nose. Hello.
See the time clocks on the back there. Just over 4 minutes remaining for Alberta. No timeouts per se in terms of stopping the clock, but there is coach interactions left for Alberta. Plenty of time for Saskatchewan, over 10 minutes remaining, and they haven't used any coach interactions in this second half.
Whoa.
Yeah, both teams should be okay for time.
Close. What's he got?
Okay.
Oh boy.
That was not how it was
I think we
drawn
gotta
up.
go around. I mean, we could split, but they're always going here, so.
Yeah, we have to go
Made a beautiful one on his first, but that's, as he said, Sean, not a great result for Alberta.
That one almost picked that yellow one off the back, which actually would have been better.
Would have been better.
Because then it removes the backing and allows them to pick that one off later. But nope, just replace the guard.
I think we can.
Line's good.
You guys gotta go.
Top 8, boys.
This one doesn't need to be perfect. Ideally, it's first or second shot, and at least half buried.
Sweepers have not let up on this.
Okay, Curl.
calling guard. Just don't want to set up a double peel easily.
Yep. It's like freezing.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had been playing, as I said, guards the last few ends. Made a really nice hit and roll on his first, but
Yeah. I'll probably adjust it.
Okay. You got it.
Strapping.
Alberta could play the double peel here.
All right.
As long as they get them all gone, that would be okay. It would allow
Should be good.
Saskatchewan
Yeah, I
to
think
split
the
the
speed should be
house,
good. It'll definitely curl.
which could be
going down
dangerous.
the dip here.
Yep. Electing instead to go around those guards themselves and get shot position.
Yeah, nice good slide, nice release here. Like you can, bud. You got it.
so you can hear a pin drop here in the Gerard Turk Gallant Arena. Zach Davies with his first without hammer, leading by 1.
Top 8. Line's good. Whoa. Running. Top
Running.
4.
Top 4.
Oh. Top 4.
Needs to curl a mile.
Starting to curl
Top
now.
4.
Top starting to curl now. T. We're T back 4.
Top 4. Coming off T.
T. On its own. On its own.
Sweepers like the weight.
Curl hair, Will. Curl hair. Yeah.
The line looks pretty good from here.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Looks pretty good, to be honest.
Good.
Should be real close.
14-4 on
Yep,
that.
very much buried.
Coming down a little bit.
Is a chance, though, for Dylan to freeze to it and be shot rock.
You got it.
Freeze this on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go, Bob man.
Finish this.
Yep.
If we make this, got a hard shot.
Here we go.
Here you go. You got it. Come on now.
Right on the corner.
Yeah. You know the speed.
Yeah.
Tyler calling his brother, I believe, Bossman. Needs a big shot here from the boss. Corner freeze attempt
A little hot right now.
for the skip from Martinsville.
Easy.
Does look a little warm out of his hand.
It's got a curl.
Curl.
Close though, like.
Backy. No. Really heavy. That's really heavy.
This is gliding. Starting to come down.
Oh, he's going to get shot out of it.
Well,
it's just it.
So he.
And he wasn't as heavy as I think they thought it was. It wasn't. I don't think it was back 8, but
How much?
if it had been even a foot shorter, it would have been perfect.
Like 3/4. Bumper easy.
Yeah, bump.
Yeah, it really seemed to come down from hog line in from my vantage point.
Yeah.
It's actually bump.
Yeah, I was thinking of hair more than
But it is pretty much almost wide open for
Still in 5. You got it.
Zach.
Make it drop hold again. Yeah.
Yes, for all intents and purposes, I think Zach could get to the nose here if he
I think it's with bump.
throws that right
Bump.
weight.
Okay. You got it. I like it. All right. Like
We'll
you can,
hit
bud.
flop away.
Yeah. I'll take the roll.
Heard the front end say they're hoping to give Dylan the cold draw for the extra end. As you said, Sean, it's statistically
Come on, a shade less.
would be advantage Alberta going into the extra. But Saskatchewan has rhymed off a few steals in this game.
Yep, and as long as you're playing,
It's got to make this first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final stone for the left-hander here. Alberta
Bump. Whoa. Whoa. Bump. Close. Whoa. Bump.
trying to remove the Saskatchewan stone.
This one looks okay. His weight was good. Weight was just a nice, nice bump.
Roll.
And he'll roll to a pretty darn good spot.
10-8. Really good.
Good poise for the Alberta skip after
Shade less.
Yeah.
tough couple ends.
It was good to roll away too. If he just noses that, then there's it gives a little bit more leeway on the draw that Dylan has.
There you go, buddy.
This makes it, just forces Dylan a cold draw to the forefoot.
You feel last.
Yeah, he can't really rely on that rock that he bumped over last time to be used for backing this time.
Here you go, buddy.
Needs a piece of the forefoot to move this to an extra end. Dylan Dirksen on his last. Brother Tyler jumps on it right away.
All you. Just touch 4.
Gotta go.
Hard, boys.
Just need to touch the forefoot. What do they got here?
You gotta go.
They look pretty light.
Logan jumping in now. And they drag it to the yellow.
Just like they did it.
And they did. What a great sweep for the team from Martinsville. So we'll go one more, 6-6 after 10. Stay with us for extra end coverage of the New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships.
The Canadian Curling Trials. The thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants with nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
Every venue strives to create the ultimate fan experience, one that leaves audiences cheering for more. DDG and LG Display are here to help you make that vision a reality. LG delivers unsurpassed imaging with its world-class technology and exceptional support. With versatile multi-sport display systems and proven revenue-generating opportunities, DDG ensures to deliver the best seat in the house. Contact DDG today, always delivering the best fan experience.
Well, we're into the extra end now after a great draw. Great sweep by Saskatchewan. The team from the Martinsville Curling Club forces the extra in Alberta, and the team from the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton will have last rock, as they've had more times than not this game.
Good.
Darren McEwen alongside Sean Turriff, and this is, as we would expect off the top, a great game from two teams with a wealth of experience at the under 20 and under 18 level.
Line's good.
Yeah, and I think this end will be who gets to claim the forefoot first. Who can guard it and who can get position.
Yeah. 3 now.
Throw this one good.
Saskatchewan now for a 3 guard, which would just be outside the rings, create as much separation as they can with those guards.
Line's good.
Easy.
Should be there, guys.
Whoa.
Gavin Martins had some struggle earlier in the game with rock placement, but has really picked it up in this second half, as the entire team has in green.
Got a curl. Got a curl.
My hair. Gotta be out.
Only if you can.
Whoa.
Whoa,
It's in.
whoa, whoa.
Don't want in.
Don't want in.
Okay.
Oh boy.
It's enough.
Yeah, I like it.
Enough buried that it's
I think so.
tempting.
Nice 7-5. Yeah. You got it.
You do have to worry a little bit about the jam here, but there's enough separation, I think, with peel weight. It'll be fine.
Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No.
Oh, shit.
Lucas, a little bit wide on this, and does he have any of it? No, unfortunately.
Tap.
Probably a little nervous.
Well, that
about,
changes things.
Probably a little nervous about chapping that guard and maybe aired on the side of caution a little too much.
I think so. The other option is here.
Big break though for Saskatchewan, I think.
Yeah, if we do that, what do they do? Straight peel the top?
I think the first flash we've seen this game since the first end.
Then we just guard for our live?
I think we're probably throwing a guard right now.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Hey, guy. Here we go.
I just had 3 here, fellas.
Close. Mine's good.
Mine's really good.
Just a high 3. High 3. Gotta be right here.
Make it good, fellas. Easy.
Whoa,
Easy.
whoa, whoa. Bounce it, straight. Yep, bounce it.
I don't even hate nose. Yeah, I think we play and slash.
So again, a little deep for Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Do we just play this into it? I think we slash it. Slash?
Yeah.
You get the single, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, well, it's 7-5 here. You got it.
Yeah, the trouble rock really is the guard for Alberta. The two in the house aren't fun, but the guard is the one that's really going to cause some issues if they leave it there.
William Butler's made a lot of peels in this game, a few double peels. What does he have in this extra?
Moving anywhere.
7-4.
Oh boy.
Not what he wanted to do.
Tap this.
All sorts of trouble now for Alberta,
I like that.
even though they're shot rock.
Just how far do I need to move it?
Yeah,
How far?
How far?
6 feet.
All about
5
control
feet.
of that front
Throw back
right now.
4.
Despite the fact
Okay,
that
back
Alberta
4,
has
guys.
that long guard, Saskatchewan has those two. Both of them can be useful right now.
Weight's pretty good.
Close.
It's close.
Yep.
Little deep.
Yep.
Little deep.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa,
Back
whoa.
forward.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa.
Little
Easy.
hot. Little hot. Back
Whoa.
12.
Yep.
Back 12.
Yes.
Back 12.
Hard.
Back 12.
Hard.
Hard.
Yes, hard.
Whoa.
Gotta touch some of that stuff.
Grade 11 student
It's good.
with a really nice bump.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good because it pokes that yellow shot rock out.
Yep. Yeah.
So now it's accessible again. And they
Don't
still got
adjust the broom. I'll
still
give
got
you a
that long
better
center
throw.
guard that they can use.
Okay. It's 7-5 here. Yeah.
Chance to get one back for William Butler.
Clean. Hard. Clean.
Now I'm going to try and slash these two reds off. I don't think he'd be terribly upset if he caught the guard.
Okay. Okay. It's not terrible. 7-5.
Well, they're still shot, or they are shot now.
Probably
They're shot.
Draw.
Kill ours
Or you hit and roll, but
I don't like that.
I think that one's helping us right now.
That'd be like
They
T.
can't just do that.
Actually, they're not bad. That's actually better. Just bite the 4.
okay, you got here.
Full. What did he say?
Just top 4.
Mine's real good.
We're
Bite
close,
the
guys.
4. Bite the 4. Street.
I thought down.
Close, we gotta go.
Hard, boys.
It's a little quiet.
Hard.
You're going to have to push to get it
Hard,
there.
boys. Bite the 4. Bite the 4. All you. Hard.
Trying to bite the 4-foot.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Really good.
Real good sweep.
Dirksen and Martins on the sweep.
Fortunately, I think there is a double.
Is
I
that
think
not
that needed
just
to
straight
be.
jam on the yellow? Other double? Other double or straight rip?
I was thinking
to
if
be
we
a
hit
touch
this red
higher on
enough,
that
thin
one.
enough,
I do
if we
think
hit
the
this
double's
red
there
thin enough, It
myself.
should go over the top.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Is the other one easier though? We have a
Like
bigger
this?
margin with
Someone
this one.
suggests.
Like this is
Someone
really thin.
suggested the peel.
Just come down.
Yeah, they do get one extra coach interaction here if they need it for the extra end. We'll see if they use it.
And the clocks do reset, so they whatever the time was before, they're back. They get 5 minutes for the extra. And right now,
did you like something better over here?
3 minutes and 6 seconds on their clock, so lots of time. Should be lots of time.
one better.
Yeah, I think so.
That thin.
You hit it thicker.
They do have the two options.
Better than.
Okay.
Double one, double two. They like this one because there's less risk of jamming onto their own shot rock. Coach doesn't.
This is the double. You have to. You can't.
Coach
leave that
interaction
rock
called.
there.
Let's listen to Rob
That
Krafts.
rock's going to be a problem later. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you jam it.
Sounds good.
Right. Just make the double. Sit. You'll sit like an edger. That's the shot. And this is the easiest shot, and you're just going to make it. Okay. Yeah.
You got through the out.
2:30.
Your intern.
So that was very quick, very to the point.
And part of that is
And
the
good
fact,
encouragement for Rob.
yeah, and part of that is the fact that the clocks don't stop. So he doesn't have a lot of time to mull it over with them in the extra.
Ronan Peterson, Manitoba native, curling now for Alberta.
It's pretty close. Oh, looks really good.
Nice shot.
Great shots. Called and made.
Nice shot. Sit and roll.
Tyler Dirksen from Saskatchewan acknowledged that was a nice shot for his competitor.
I got all of it.
Whoa.
I still just like 12.
We need the roll.
Yeah.
Like, you out of here.
It's good.
Whoa.
Carol.
Girl.
Oh. Hard. Hard gas.
Looking for the roll.
Make this curl if they want to sit.
Yeah, it's coming now. The nice weight selection. In fact, it overcurled.
Yeah.
They needed to hit less of that to get the roll on.
Yep. Good medium, you got it. Yep.
So Alberta's really turned this end around. They were in quite a bit of trouble after second stones, but they're a lot more open.
Medium, down.
Whoa.
Medium.
Clean.
Hard.
Clean.
And a big reason for that was that guy right there, Ronan, with his first.
Clean. Little roll.
Yep.
Boom.
That was a good shot.
And he gets a nice one on his second, too.
That one's dead buried behind that center guard now.
Yep.
Even if you come all the way back here.
Yeah, that's pretty good. There.
Yep.
Not a lot of real estate here for Dylan to draw to. It is the only shot he's got.
Same way you threw last end.
Yeah.
You got it. Are we trying to be like back button?
Yeah.
What do you need here? Back four?
Back button. Even T-line's okay.
All right.
Still would bury most of it.
Okay, you got it. Throw good.
Think of air more, Logan.
I like that.
Just T.
Yeah, here you go. Easy.
Trying to make this red rock disappear behind cover.
Locked. Chip.
Sweeper saying it's pretty hot.
You're
Something
off
to
it.
stick. We're back line right now.
We have nothing to
Back
chip
line.
on.
Oh, boy.
And we're through.
Okay.
Sweeper's back right off, and this one's going to sail.
It's either peel or you hit the wide one, but
We don't need a score of 2.
There are a couple nice draws last 10, at least weight-wise. So tough one for Dylan.
Yeah, you're in an extra end, and as you've mentioned a few
you're
times,
good,
it's a
bud.
big game, and regardless of how many times you've been here, you know, at this age,
Yeah,
they're
it's the
still
peel.
managing nerves.
If you can.
It's probably just a nerves
Zach.
shot. The choice to pull the guard here is really just to
Nice 7-5.
take away the opportunity for Dylan to throw the shot he just tried. If they rip this guard off, then Dylan really has one less place to hide.
So the straight peel here attempt from Zach Davies.
Bill. Clean. 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 Clean.
If he ever gets really cute, he can pull that red one off over the side. Really doesn't matter, but.
Fine, I'm watching the center line.
Do.
I don't want to kick that in.
Oh. Yeah, they didn't want to kick it in, but that would be really unfortunate.
I think he hit and
Trying to
roll.
roll like over here though, someplace, eh?
And then make him either draw,
Yeah.
even if you roll farther, make him draw full four for the win, right? No sense leaving that one, otherwise he's just got a short tap.
Yeah. Okay.
Coach Brad Kennedy
Go on then.
suggesting they want to make Alberta draw, which in an extra end, things have changed a little bit over the last couple ends with ice conditions maybe. Of course, you mentioned Sean, nerves too. Paths are a bit different.
Fully buried, show half.
I just gotta make sure we stick it, right?
Yeah.
Nose is okay.
Yeah.
But full credit to this team from Martinsville for hanging in there after the break and getting all the way back to an extra end. So they'll look to try to steal a little bit more magic if they can.
Yeah, they've really won the second half of the game. They just need to win
10-5.
this last end.
Whoa. Curl. Curl.
Gotta really go.
Curl.
Hard curl.
Hard curl.
Hard.
Hard curl.
Hard roll.
Hey.
Yeah, pretty much a nose hit, but
Just played your end.
Yeah, and a nose hit back is all really Alberta needs.
Yeah, medium's good.
Good. We like using medium.
and full credit to this experienced Alberta team too. It can be a bit frustrating to give up so many steals, of course, in that eighth end as well with the measurement, but they hung in there to get all the way back to or give themselves a chance for the win. And even this end here, Sean, they were struggling to start with, but the skip now has a nose hit, can even roll a bit for the win. And what a chance this is to go to 3-2 and have the upper hand on his opponents from Saskatchewan in the standings.
They're down. They're wide. Medium.
Hair wide.
Whoa.
Zach Davies
Yep. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
just clean now.
Looks pretty good from here. I think
Hard to
he's got
stay.
it.
And he does. So Alberta picks up the single point in the extra end for a big win to improve to 3-2. Saskatchewan will fall to 3-2. You can find all the standings and scores at curling.ca. For Darren McEwen and Sean Turiff, thanks so much for joining us in the 2025 New Holland Canadian U-20 Curling Championships. We'll see you back here at 2 Atlantic.
Bye.